If you're looking to buy or sell your home, the Bart Marek team, they've been with us for over a decade now.
Wow.
And they are ultimate professionals.
They are.
And they have the experience to help you.
It's my favorite team. I love this team.
Buy or sell a property. And on the line with us right now is the original Bart Marek.
Yeah.
How you doing, Bart?
The original.
Yeah, OGB. OGB.
Yeah.
I call you OGB now.
Yeah.
Notorious OGB.
They're the only Bart Marek, but he is also the original
he's
Bart
the
Marek.
original Bart
There
Marek.
are many Barts.
Don't accept any of your imitations. This is OG Bart.
So, Bart, what's going on in the market right now, especially when you're looking to buy a house?
This is actually, Chris and I were talking about this earlier. This year has really been kind of a shifting year in terms of for buyers. You know, almost my entire career over the last decade, we've seen the market pretty much just up and to the right. You know, prices have continued to move higher regardless of what the environment's been. And in the last, I don't know, since maybe about last fall or so, I've really started to see prices kind of top out and start to come down. And I will tell you that buyers, this is probably one of the best points I've had in my career for buyers to be able to negotiate what they want on a home. You're probably not getting huge discounts, but you have more power to go walk into something and you have something that's priced $400,000, maybe try to get it down, $370,000, $360,000. I've seen those kind of scenarios at this point.
Wow.
So it's a good time to be there. There's and also for buyers, one of the things I know I mentioned prior, I think I put it up on the Facebook page on the BDMs maybe a week or two ago. There's a program that just came out called Hometown Heroes Program, built for first-time home buyers. We used this program last year when it came out for the first time with a BDM couple who bought a home, and I believe they got somewhere in the ballpark of about $14,000, $15,000 in assistance to buy the house. It was basically just free cash to go buy a home.
Free cash!
The state did free money. The state just came out with a new program that just opened up, I believe it was July 1st. And if you haven't owned a home for 3 years or more, or you're a first-time home buyer, and you work in Florida, and I believe you have a credit income limit to the top side of $130,000. But if your household income is $130,000 or less, decent credit score, work in Florida, haven't owned a home, this program is... I'm not a big believer in a lot of the state-run programs, but this thing actually works. You can get, like I said, free money out of it. You'll buy a house. You're interested, let Crystal and I know. We can talk you through it.
There you go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow, that is assistance. I mean, especially at this time is... that's amazing.
Yeah, and also having negotiation power when you're buying a property is, I haven't seen it in the past couple of years. Like things have been skyrocketing.
No.
You have paying
Take
over.
it or leave it. Take it or leave it.
Yeah. So, and especially now, when interest rates drop, eventually, then it's going to flood the market again, and then you're going to have the same problems as before,
That
right?
is true.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that they don't. I would love to see interest rates move down lower quickly, but I hope they don't do that. I hope it's a real slow move because of what you're talking about. If they do it all at once, it's just going to flood the market. We're going to have the same problem we had before.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'm kind of hoping over the next couple of years we start to see kind of a slow drift to the downside and let the market kind of trickle back to a normal place.
Yep.
Well, that's the greatest thing about using the Bart Marek team is their experience and their experience in this current market.
Well, Bart does the work for you. He's watching it. Crystal's watching it. And when you call, you get both of them at your attention, at your service, and they do a damn fine job. And thanks for being, man, when Tom said that at the beginning, 10 years, I'm like, holy crap, longer than that? That's crazy, man. We appreciate you, Bart.
Insane.
You're the best, dude. We really appreciate you. I mean, heartfelt thank you to, I still remember sitting on that cruise ship and discussing why our advertising would work.
and us all being confused by it. And we cheers.
We were all confused, but we still, we still cheersed it out.
Still works.
Yeah.
So if you're looking to contact either one of the team, it's barttherealtor.com. All right, Bart, we'll see you later.
All right, guys. Have a good day.
Bye, buddy. That is the Bart Marek team, barttherealtor.com.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey! It is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Already been a big morning. Bill Bellamy stopped by.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And it's like, it's always really cool when we've had Bill in so many times that we get the hands-off Bill, meaning it's just him and his dude. They roll up. They're like hugging us. They come in. They're like, place still looks great. I got to tell you, it's the little things in doing this that really make me happy. And when you have a megastar come in and he's kind and he remembers you and he's nice, that matters. It makes this job fun. It really does. Although, this is a weird job, dude.
I was a little embarrassed because our drink game has fallen in the toilet.
I blame this.
Our ice maker is broken.
I blame this on me.
That was not your fault. It was the ice maker.
No. I blame it. I'm supposed to be studio upkeep. I'm supposed to be. No, I am. No, are you joking?
That's never been a studio. Well, not the goddamn drinks.
I don't handle Truist. I don't handle Bernie. I don't handle literally any of that, so it would be only fair that if I'm supposed to be the quote-unquote engineer, I'm being serious here. This is like...
the engineer doesn't restock the drinks, does he?
I mean, no,
does
but
the audio waves.
No, but I feel like it falls under my category. Ladies and gentlemen, Seth Petruzzelli is here as well. What's up, buddy?
Right.
I don't want to get too far down the track without saying hi to you. You look like a man who lost a house.
No, I'm sorry. I've been telling your business to everybody.
He has. He's like a little old lady on the block. This guy.
Yeah, don't tell me your business.
This guy couldn't wait. He's I shouldn't tell his business, but I'm definitely going to tell his business.
But my phone got as soon as I knew when he did it because my phone blew up like literally the second after I guess you said it on air.
Yeah, I forgot to ask you if that was cool. I forget that people are listening out there.
Yeah, I know.
In my mind, no one's listening.
Is this bad?
In my mind, only the chat room's listening, and I'm like,
explain myself to like 4 or 5 people.
I'm sorry.
Explain yourself.
It was fun.
And I also think
fun.
that like anytime I mention Seth, he likes it because he.
No, I don't.
Yeah, but you also
think
anytime you do anything, it's okay.
I like it when it's good things. I get off on that.
I didn't text you. I knew it, but I didn't text you because knowing you the way I think I know you now, I'm like, he's not going to want a reminder text of something that...
exactly.
Okay.
And that's what I got from people that should have known better, too.
I made the right choice.
They wrote me. They're like, really?
No, I didn't. That was what I was going to say. I was going to go, really? And I was going to go, eggplant, squirt. American flag.
Before we talk about this...
Boat, skull, and crossbones.
Oh, thanks again to Bill Bellamy. Thanks to Krista from the Funny Bone.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? Orlando.funnybone.com. Get your tickets for Bill Bellamy now. They will sell out, and he's the nicest human in the planet. He's also 60 years old, and he looks 20 years younger
he's
than
59.
Me.
Don't give him
He's 60 years
yet.
old, and I look like a fat trollman. So, there you go.
He is the youngest-looking person for his age I've ever been around.
When
I was talking to him, I was like, you're 8 months from 60?
Yeah.
You guys look older. This memory just popped up this morning from you two. This was in 2013.
Oh, I'm real fat.
Oh, yeah. Look at Tom. He was disgustingly fat.
Yeah, he was disgusting.
This is the old...
That's the thing about...
He looks like a fat 10-year-old.
That's the thing about me.
Awful.
He had a butt cut. Look at the butt cut. Can you send me that? Can you send me that? I need that for Photoshop.
People like that Tom better.
You had a part in the middle and you folded it over. You had the fucking butt cut, dude?
No.
I didn't know you had a fucking butt cut.
No.
Dude, you had a butt cut when you sucked that old man's dick in the Mustang and your butt cut hair was probably tickling his balls. Welcome to the show, everybody.
The muffalata will turn into butt cut if it goes too long.
Dude, that's parted straight in the center.
A long muffalata is a butt cut.
It's parted straight in the center, dude. It's the butt cut. You got the standard issue.
You got the high
90s butt.
What picture was that from? Was it when we did your podcast?
Dude, you know what you look like?
It's when I announced my retirement from fighting, actually.
Oh, wow. Oh, you dressed up with your butt cut. Oh, that's great. Yeah. You know what you look like? You need that haircut is 90s Volusia Mall. You're sitting there, skateboard by your side. You're eating a Cinnabon. That's what you look like. Kid at mall.
If you put Bill Bellamy and Seth on the couch and ask 100 random people which one was younger,
it's not black. It's black.
I'll bet my life that 99% would go Seth is, or Bellamy is
younger than Seth.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's insane.
He's so smooth.
Yeah.
Like, not in just the way he acts, but like his skin. Like, he definitely has taken care of himself. And white people just age poorly. We age poorly.
I think it's genetics. But it's like he's got insane genetics.
Go check out the interview. Some fresh stories on there, including one. And this is, yes, I am selling this because I'm bad at promotion. He tells a story about P Diddy that I had never heard before that is fucking awesome. So check it out. It'll be on the website after this show.
So, last time I saw Seth, I was...
you guys are flexing your abs.
We were boating together. Yeah. It was the only picture of that day that Seth sent me.
I like it.
And I had to ask for I'm always the one. It's not for the women anymore. Like, I always get mad at Tracy for never, get pictures. I always have to be like, let's get pictures together. I like the group shots. It's fun.
Yeah.
So, I'm
not big on pictures either. We didn't even get one with Bill Bellamy.
I have 1,000 pictures.
Wait, why did we do that?
I don't know, damn it. I didn't even ask you to get him a shirt. I'm the worst at promotion. It's crazy that this thing is surviving.
So, we're in Lake Conway. It's the first time me and Seth have ever boated together.
Yeah.
I've told the story on the BDM show. So we're both standing there at the sandbar, Lake Conway. Seth's got a boat full of bros. And
who was the little Irish-looking one?
Huh?
The redhead.
Oh, that's Luke. It's one of my fighters.
Okay, yeah.
Fighter.
Yeah.
People thought it was Daniel.
He's
a tiny guy.
Yeah, but then everybody was calling him Power Leprechaun or something.
Even Bill Bellamy was making fun of Kevin Hart, and I was thinking to myself, Kevin Hart, he's made $100 million. He's the most successful financially comedian current day times.
Yeah.
And Bill Bellamy gives him shit about being short.
Yeah.
And then that went to show me. I was like, no matter how high a short guy makes it and how big he is,
it never matters.
Yeah. He's a really good fighter too, really good fighter. But people think he could beat him up.
Short is the only affliction I think you can have as a man, because it doesn't. I don't think it affects women. Women that are little are just it's considered more sexually arousing.
Small penis sucks too.
That you're little. I got a little dick just because. I mean, proportionately, it's huge.
Oh, okay.
But it's still little compared to real dicks.
But proportionally to you,
I'm very well endowed for my size.
Gotcha.
I've heard that all my life. But compared to the average regular man, it's a small dick.
This
kind of like Asians are like that too.
When Napoleon was killing the world, people were screaming, "This M-word is killing us!" Disrespect.
Why is it allowed? It is the only one that's allowed. It's the only one that's allowed. And people are like, no, it's totally fine.
Anyway,
you could call Jelly Roll fat, backlash. You're canceled. You call anyone, call Kevin Hart short, fine, totally fine.
So anyway, back to the lake. So I'm sitting there with Seth. We're in the sandbar. He's got his boat again.
Was he trying to bully you at all, or make you look at his dick?
I want to remind everybody that
I was low key.
That Daniel and I and this whole podcast is a Hose Before Bros podcast.
Yeah.
Put it
Should I make a bumper that says that? We're the Hose Before Bros podcast.
And I don't
always forever hose.
Because if Seth had a boat full of hose, considerably more enjoyable.
I'd have been mad. I wasn't even mad. I wasn't even mad that I wasn't included. Because I was like, "Who went?" And then I saw the picture. I was like, "Oh, fuck that shit." I want a boat full of hot ass girls. I want thongers. I want MMA. I want your friend Sammy because she's just so nice.
Yeah.
She's such a nice lady.
I know. Seth's a family man now. He's
what are you, anti-hose now?
No, it was one time where it just worked out where I was like, oh, it's all guys. I'm like, okay. And I told Daichi too if he was gonna come. I'm like, hey, don't bring your girl because it just happened to be all guys. So let's just have
what? At least bring one girl.
Nah, I don't want. If not one, no, it has to be none or all.
None or all.
None or all. It's always how. Yeah, it's always how.
Okay, I didn't know that's how you do it.
So I'm sitting there with Seth, and then I'm like, "So where's your house that you're gonna buy?" He's like, "Oh, right." And he points at it. He's like, "Right around the corner."
Weren't you trying to break into this house that you didn't get?
He was going to go tan on the beach there. Yeah, I was literally pulling up the
and I'm like,
he was already living in it.
I picked Luke up from the dock that was there. I was like, just go park at my new house.
Oh, shit.
I know.
And he parked there, and I picked him up from the dock. He's like, whose house is this? I'm like, that's my new place.
That was before anything closed. That was you had a contract on it.
Damn, you were selling it to yourself.
Oh, yeah, I was, because I thought I thought I had a really strong gamble going, and I thought, and I did.
So, anytime my friends tell me anything good that's happening in their lives, I always think, like, how can I benefit from it? I don't know if everybody does this.
It's the selfish gene.
Yeah. Well, it's not really a self. I'm just like, they're telling me, like, oh, Seth's like, oh, I'm going to get this new house. So then it started running through my mind. I was like, well, I even told Seth, I'm like, I'll keep my boat at your dock for like 2 weeks in the summer. That way I can I could, take my boys skiing.
Mr.
Right.
Presumptuous.
I don't have to deal with the goddamn public boat ramp with the cops and it's a little San Juan over there.
Are you sure he's gonna what? What if he doesn't want your trash boat tied up to his dock?
No, Seth.
He'd be okay with. Would you be okay with that?
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Would you charge him?
It made me look really cool having multiple boats out there.
Would you charge him though?
No,
I wouldn't charge him a dime, but I would definitely I would ask for more things from him.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Some of your friends do.
I know what I'd be doing some. I'd be doing some jungle live reads. I'm doing some karate of Orlando live reads for free. And Tom, no, these are for my boat, for my boat storage.
I'd probably have karate of Orlando on the side of his boat. Like I would just.
How much to get?
That will do nothing for me.
That's true.
Anyway, Seth is like, oh, my house is right over there, and it's far away from it's on the good lake.
Yeah, a little more secluded,
but far away from the trashy sandbar. So everybody don't want to be close to that, but you want to be able to get to that.
It's away from Aqua Flea World.
And I'm like, oh no! I even started fantasizing about buying a stand-up jet ski again.
Well, you both were just fantasizing. It sounds like both of you guys had no feet in reality whatsoever.
Yeah. So I was
the two gamblers.
My brother said he was like, he's like, I'll buy a jet ski if you buy one too, and we'll dock them. I'm like, all right.
Oh, you're making a gang? Jet ski gang? Yeah, a jet ski gang.
We were
and I hate jet skis.
Really? You're not a fan?
Well, the people that drive.
You have the look of jet ski man.
No.
We like everybody was fantasizing about loading their trash in Seth's house, right? And
what is Tracy's take?
Daichi's like, I'm going to bring all these he's all kayaking and paddle boards. He's like, I can put my paddle boards here. So he was doing it.
Those are the slow type of vehicles.
What
was Tracy thinking? Because out of all of this, the last that I heard, just to go back in the Wayback Machine of like, I think 3 shows ago that you were on, wasn't she kind of like, not anti it, but kind of like, no, this is fine, or what we have is good, or...
She loves it. At first she was like, no, I love this house. I want Vera to grow up in this house, blah, blah, blah. And then I kind of was like, but the lake, she can go up on the water. I sold it to her. And she's like, the only way I would move is if we were on the water or lake. I wouldn't just move to another house. It would have to be something like that.
Okay, yeah, I just wanted to make sure we knew.
And I've done this math, too, because when I was thinking about keeping my boat and the jet skis and just using Seth's house.
Where are you going to put your trailer?
Seth is married to Tracy, and Tracy is young. If Seth was married to, let's say, an old crow, this would never happen.
Like he should be. Like he should be, I might add.
Yeah, because
you didn't do what the rest of us did.
At least I dodged that.
Yeah, you didn't do what the rest of us did. You went out and you fucked it all up.
And by the time she is old, I'm going to be not going to go anyway. So it doesn't matter.
Listen, what I know about...
Shit in your gi like
I'm not saying this about anybody else, but old crows don't let your friends do fun shit with you. They don't let your friends store their shit at your house and do whatever you want. Young wives, they do, because they,
I just don't know any better, I guess.
That's old crows have seen it all. That's the thing, and they're like, he's not doing that. Fuck this guy.
But you did run the risk. You ran the risk of taking your crow around a non-crow, a dove. Let's say. No. And then your crow would make the dove a crow.
No.
Yes. He would have needed to stay secluded. You're parking your boat over there. You get the crow over there. The crow pulls her aside, takes the dove under her wing, and shows her the crow ways.
No. It takes years to be a crow. Okay. It's a hard living. I'm not talking about anybody.
No. These are
just an observation of crows. So anyway. So we're fantasizing about Seth's new house. I'm like, I'm already looking through Facebook Marketplace for used 750 cows.
I like that you're both fantasizing. I had heard, I think the second time you went to talk about this, that didn't you pull up there and then jump out of your boat and then like run up there and like you're looking in to see if you could or trying all the doors to see if you could get inside or something?
No, that was when I couldn't get the boat in. I was going to go park it there.
Okay, yeah.
And go sit on the beach.
I'm just making the case for both of you guys are all in on this house.
But I still can get in there. I know.
And let me, and I'm sure Seth knows this, but let me preface this by saying that our listeners that hear the story aren't going to feel bad for you.
Don't pretend to tell me that you actually feel bad at all.
No, I did. Seth, beyond the show.
It's that. What's it called? I've been saying it this week. Schadenfreude, right? Where you feel bad at somebody else's misfortune.
Yeah. Usually I'm the opposite. Maybe I got to.
The joke is always funny when it's not on you.
Yeah.
That's the old adage, right?
And it's just when from the outside, Seth, you got to understand your perception is you've got it made. You're insanely good shape. You've got a 6-pack. You've got
successful
businesses,
rich, real estate.
But nobody sees the mental turmoil that's in my stomach. That's in there in my stomach, twisting and turning and stabbing me every night. I can't sleep. In my brain, where I just can't sleep because I can't shut it off of all the worry that I have of trying to remain where I'm at in life, and the cancer that's slowly growing somewhere that I know is happening.
They can't detect that one cancer cell. No. There's no amount of tests
I would
to get that one
you have
cell.
A lot. They're just spread across as free radicals,
so
eventually,
it all looks the same.
At one point, they will align to one super tumor.
And so
you got the vaccine, right?
But I also just had I just tested negative yesterday, but I had COVID for the past 7 days.
No, I mean
7 days ago.
Yeah.
No, I was just congested until about I'm still a little congested now.
You've got COVID and you're in here?
That's fine. I just came back from Miami COVID.
Everybody's got it.
All my friends.
All of Maisie's dance friends have it.
But I was in bed with a fever as I found this out. And so I was like, it's like double punch to my fucking nuts.
Oh my God.
I was feeling like shit, and then that.
And then Tom's airing out your business without you even knowing. He's like, I shouldn't say his business, but.
So
I know he couldn't help himself.
What happened?
So anyway, tell us what happened.
Can you tell the story?
The deal was done, and we were already.
You told me. You were like, dude, he got it.
I mean, technically, I'm still under contract with the house.
No, it hasn't.
I just have nowhere to buy it. It's like, I bought this airplane. I'm gonna put a contract. It's like, hey, I'm gonna pay $1 million for this airplane, but I can't fucking afford it.
Now, could you call in some favors, sell some things?
The past 4 days has been a mad scramble of me
trying to.
Hey, Johnny, what you got that line for me of the hard money? This it's been.
Hey, Johnny, you got the hard money. This sounds crooked.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't know.
So what happened, Seth?
So I put a contract in on the Lake Conway house. Went back and forth for about 3 months. Finally got it under contract. Like, it was a pain in the ass. Yeah. It wasn't for sale. Okay, so I got an okay deal on it, but not the best deal on it. It
wasn't for sale.
It was not for sale.
Like, you just saw the house.
It was for sale originally. I put an offer on it. They verbally said yes. The same day, after 60 days of sitting and not having an ounce of action on it, literally an hour after I made the offer and they verbally said yes and they were going to send it back, an offer came through for a cash deal closing in 10 days, and mine was closing in like 45 days. They took the cash closing faster.
Okay.
So they told me, sorry, like, we haven't had action on this, and this just popped up. We're sorry. And of course, that's my orb hovering over my head. That just happened right away like that. So a week went by. I love this house. Like, when I want something, I want it, and I go after it, and I get it. I try to get it. I had an idea. I was like, okay, look, these guys are investors. I knew they were investors. I knew they were going to take time, 6 to 8 months to fix it up, flip it, and eventually make, $200,000-300K maybe after they flip it. So I went to them, and I said, look, you guys just bought this. I want this house. Like, you guys won't have to lift the damn finger. I'll give you $150,000 over what you just paid for it for me to buy it back from you.
So you're making them a deal to give them just a little bit under what they would possibly make, but still make it attractive because you're putting it within a better timeline for them.
Exactly.
It makes sense to me.
Sell it in a month instead of waiting 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, and you don't have to do any of the work. Or
They have to do nothing.
And they make maybe $50,000 to $100,000 less, but they also got it without having to touch.
Nothing. Literally nothing.
Right.
Yeah. So basically they extorted $150K from it. And they're from Brazil.
Okay.
Anyway, so
they come from the boat ramp.
They saw my boat and they followed me to the location. So they said put a contract on it. Then my only worry was, okay, you know what? I could probably float this if my house was for sale at the time, but we had an interested person. So I was like, okay, I'll do this. I have about 3 weeks before my escrow becomes non-refundable. So I put $20K non-refundable escrow after it was like 15 to 20 days. And usually that's a little longer, but they didn't want to sell. It wasn't for sale. This was what the terms we came to after negotiating back and forth.
Yeah.
They said that it's $20,000 non-refundable of 15 days. Take it or leave it, buddy. And I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do it.
They're setting the terms.
I didn't want to do it, but I knew after 15 days I could be like, okay, on that 14th day, if I don't have my buyer contract, I'm out. I'll walk away. I'm not risking it.
Ooh, this is way worse than I originally thought, because I was thinking when you were talking about losing your escrow, I was like, the homeowners, maybe they're cool enough to be like, we won't take it all because we felt bad. Like investors from Brazil, it's gone.
Yeah.
It might as well just. It's never getting it back. All right, go ahead.
So
you're really helping.
Yeah, you're not helping. So where was I?
So I put on the 14th day.
On the 14th day, yeah. So I put the $20,000 down. I got my buyers. They put a contract in my house. We negotiated a good deal. I'm set. I'm good at my price.
Because you need the buyers. You need to sell your house before you have the money.
Put in a large down payment or pay. I was actually going to pay. I was going to pay for cash. I was going to pay for this house cash. Have no mortgage. I don't have to worry about the inspection because the house is a shithole. I need to do a lot of stuff to it. I would never get funding for a house like that without the roof being done. A lot of stuff being done. So I had to pay for it cash.
Yeah.
So everything's going great. Buyer's like super into it. Like he's literally calling me, the realtor, every day asking like, can we close a little sooner? I want the furniture. He's expecting some kids, so he needs a bigger house, and really all about it. The wife was all about it too. Had the inspection. Right after the inspection,
sir, this shower has thousands of turds in it. There are thousands of shit underwear thrown over into this shower, sir.
Did they see the basement? That didn't scare them away?
He's cool with the basement. He knew. I told him like it flooded that one time during the hurricane, but
you told him that?
Yeah, I have to disclose that. I'm just open about it.
You don't have to disclose.
Did you show him the vampire bowling alley?
You told me. You're like, hopefully this thing sells before a hurricane floods it. And then I'm like, sell it fast. They're coming.
Not ever heard. Only one hurricane. Only one hurricane came through and had a little water in there. Anyway, he saw that fine. So you've been to my house. You know the room we have off to the side? It's a porch, actually, but it's enclosed.
The place where you used to smoke weed until it made you too crazy. That's what I told Tom.
Until I made it to a cat. It's a cat room now. It's a cat room.
Tom goes, hey, it's some room where it was
I'll show it everybody.
I go, that was this pillow room where you would, that's where you would go and chill with Tracy, right? And you
made it look like Aladdin's lamp inside?
Yeah, you made it look like a genie lamp.
Yeah, it's a cat room. I put all just couches up top and they can crawl around.
Okay.
Anyway, these people. So, porches are supposed to be pitched, for water drainage. It's a porch. It's not inside of a house. It's pitched. So the report says side room slightly slanting. Have it checked out. It basically just check out slanting side room or something like that. Slanting cat room because it's a cat room. So.
Is there such a thing? I've never heard of that as a cat room. I've never heard
only rich people and crazy people have.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's either rich or crazy.
And poor, though. That's rich and poor.
Yeah, but this one's rich or crazy.
Yeah. So they got freaked. That freaked them the hell out, man. Like, I have no idea. They said, no. They're like, this is going to be our kids' playroom. What if it collapses on them? I'm like, the fucking thing, it's been here for 100 years. Like,
your house is sinking into a sinkhole.
And then I had.
Do the cats know it's sinking? Have you told the cats that their room is sinking?
It's supposed to be pitched and it's slanting. I had a structural engineer go over there.
Was he a cat? A cat with a little. He got a little helmet on and a little vent.
He okayed everything. I said, if I get my structural engineer to come and say everything's okay, would we be good to go? And they said the dad was cool with it. Said yeah. The wife and the mother said no.
No, it stinks like cat piss in here. It smells like cat piss and it's sinking. This place is a fuck. Who died in this coffin?
But to me, that meant I had a remedy for the situation to say everything was okay. I feel like they were just making an excuse to back out. I think. I don't know. I couldn't say
and people do that.
And that was literally the day. So this went past. So this is already past. This is about 5 days past my escrow.
Maybe they started Google searching you.
Yeah.
And they're like, what has this guy done in here?
Oh, my God. That's not a cat room.
So
look what he did after he beat up Kimbo Halloween one year.
Is that him in blackface?
Yeah. That wouldn't, for the buyers, that wouldn't have been good either.
So they saw the slightly slanted cat house.
Yes.
And
that sounds racist, by the way.
And they backed out. They said, no deal. We're out of here.
Yes.
So then, since they backed out, you don't have the money to buy your dream house.
Yes.
And so this is currently still going on.
This just happened 2 days. Whatever I texted 2 days ago.
What if Tom and I stepped in, come to the rescue? Big Daddy Danny. Pretty sizable penis for his body size. And Tom Van, long dick Tom Van. What if you, me, and the listeners all pool our money and come and save your house?
I mean, the listeners, and maybe even me, aren't that concerned. Because our lives are hard. And we're sitting back here, and we're like, I don't know. What if, on the surface, this guy's got it good.
Angel investors.
He's ripped. He's got a young wife. He's got a beautiful child.
Beautiful baby.
He's rich. He's got all these toys, and we don't feel bad for him.
Have you seen his truck?
In fact,
the truck is badass.
We are happy that he doesn't get the things he wants.
Some guys have all the luck, Rod Stewart.
This is not how I feel, because I'm not a horrible person.
No.
But I imagine the listeners are like, they are laughing that this is happening.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And don't
look
feel
at the
bad
chat right now, because I guarantee they're all...
They don't feel bad.
You can all kiss my dick.
There's not a lot of bad in there. I mean, not yet.
Because you still live in what most people would consider a dream house.
Like this comment, Seth is rich and has a huge dick. He can afford a little adversity. I mean, that's how people do it.
I already have plenty of it. Trust me. Trust me, I have plenty of it. And then, but what if I make this my happiness, your happiness as well? So if anybody does want, you guys want to figure something out, I'll have like 2 huge Tom and Dan parties per year at my beach house.
Wait a minute. This is going to become like the
free of charge.
We promised the BDMs 2 parties, and that's hard. That's hard.
No, but it's at Seth's house, and
it's at Lake Conway house. Lake Conway house, and back with the whole beach. It's a whole beach in the back.
Catered.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I want
give me one of your sponsors.
I want little people bartenders too, like Dice Man used to do.
That.
Now,
take it back to early 2000s.
Is there a possibility you could still sell your current house?
Of course.
And now, why don't you just put it on the market for insanely cheap?
Well,
and just
I'm not willing to give it. I lowered the price. I think it's on there. I lowered the price a little bit, but it's 100% extremely competitive with everything else that's listed right now.
Yeah, but it's got a saggy death trap.
Don't say that. It's not. It's fine. Stop putting that out there. I shouldn't even have said.
You know those rooms in the wacky museums that you get in there.
Yeah, and you're like, why is the couch on the ceiling?
And then it's so slanted, you're standing sideways. That's what
I'm like, God, it's hurting my eyes.
Everything, all the furniture slid to one side of the room.
It's like, oh my God, it hurts my eyes. It's like being in Willy Wonka's bathroom.
God damn it. It's really not bad.
So how much money... Now, what if you mortgage your business?
I'm still trying to figure some stuff out.
You got to sell the dojo, dude. There's no other way out.
You sell the Hellcat.
Hellcat, I've got a lot of bites on it. It's just somebody just needs to come and play.
You sell the boat?
Yeah.
Are you get it one hour?
No, I don't want to sell the boat. It's the whole point of me moving.
Yeah, but you get it after.
Hold on.
You make the money later.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
You got to sell the boat to get the house. And then you got to get a shit boat.
You just
got to get a little old shit boat, like that BDM that was being made fun of by a credit card captain. You just needed something to tool around in with the family. It's fine.
You get about $65,000 for that boat. You get, let's say $50,000
oh my
for
God,
the Hellcat.
half the price of the boat.
Are you talking about making it after sell it?
No, I'm just.
What do you want for the Hellcat? 71 still?
I put it under 69. I think. 69.
You're gonna. I mean, honestly, I think you're gonna have to get in the 60s.
So what do we need?
Are you paying for the wrap to come off? Are you paying for the?
I will if they ask for the wrap. I'll get the wrap off.
Yeah.
I said wrap can stay or come off.
I love that fucking car.
Now, how much money do you need for your dream house?
Well, how much do I need to pay for Kate? Like, if I don't use any of mine?
No. Like, is that all the money you put together? Because
we got to get rid of the motorcycle. We got to get rid of the Hellcat.
Chunk change.
Yeah.
The Hellcat is a good chunk.
Yeah, Hellcat's a good one.
Yeah,
so now let me ask you.
But I need a new roof. I need the whole interior gut. Like, it needs. Not only do I need to buy
you won't be able to get in.
I need to redo the inside as well.
How is Tracy about living in a shit shack for a little while?
We talked. So my next step to this, trying to figure some stuff out. I don't have to sell my house, possibly. There's absolutely zero rentals in my area. I could rent my house, use the excess money to pay for my possibly take a HELOC out of my house and like put that down payment on the house. And I may be able to finagle some stuff still. There's a shining little tiny glimmer of 5% hope.
There's a hometown heroes program. that could use some stolen valor.
What I need to do is get my money.
People. There is no program for rich people.
I know.
I need to get my money back from the bowling thing this next weekend. I can save some money up for that. I'm giving too many things away to charity.
There you go.
So, are you going to be at the bowling tournament? That's tomorrow, by the way.
Are you saying
it's tomorrow? It's not next weekend. It's tomorrow.
First of all, I sponsored Elaine.
We know.
Yeah, I'm not any sort of celebrity, so I'm at a principle. I'm not going because I'm not.
Well, there's a waste of your sponsorship, buddy. You got to go out there and shake hands.
None of them are going to do shit.
You got to go. I know that for a fact. Do some kicks and toss out some flyers, spin the wheels, give away some fucking belts.
I might go there and smack some people.
This is Mo's audience. This is not us.
You got to go there. You're not doing a demonstration? I thought you were doing a demonstration.
Maybe if it's his audience. I don't never met his audience before.
Right?
So
there will be a lot of kids there.
So you say there's still a 5% chance. Now,
I'd say 10%.
What you're describing, taking money out of this house, moving money around.
HELOC.
It's a deck of cards that's about to be blown over.
This is how rich people become poor.
Poor people,
yeah. And that's why I got to be careful.
They start getting in over their head, and because they always
they start chasing dreams.
Because Seth's been used to getting what he wants for a while now. Like you haven't been
name
poor.
something he hasn't gotten.
Yeah, like since the arena football days, that's a long time ago. You forget,
even then
20 years ago.
He had walking around money for steroids.
Yeah, but you haven't been poor in 20 years. So you forget.
Probably longer than that.
After the Ultimate Fighter, I did all right.
And so then...
were you the guy that pissed on the fruit?
No, that was Tom Lawler.
That was Tom Lawler. No, somebody asked earlier in the week, so I'm just tying up loose ends here on the show.
Yeah. So you start leveraging and start taking out loans and stuff, and then all of a sudden, you take an economy downturn, and then you all of a sudden can't pay for one of the houses.
Next thing you know, AI is teaching karate, and you're like, they got a digital ninja out there, and you're fucked. It only takes one digital ninja, and you're fucked.
You're upside down on one house. You can't rent it for as much as your payment is, and then all of a sudden you start selling some things, and then you're selling your family Rolex that your dad gave you.
Why are you talking to me? Why are you looking at me?
No, I never done anything.
I told you not to talk about that. Things only got tight once. Things only got tight once when I considered selling my father's watch.
Really?
So
I still have it.
You might have to do it now for me.
I still have.
As a friend. It's a good friend.
It's not even worth that much. It's more sentimental.
So the dream is dead. No more lake house.
No, for 10%.
10% might as well be zero to me. There's 90% chance you can't get this. I think.
And the guys already. That was the conversation this morning. Is the Brazilians are like, sorry, it's business. Not giving my 20 grand.
I could have told you that. I was like,
I gave him a sob story about my new baby. And
what did he say? And he just said, hey, I'm sorry, man. It's just business.
And I didn't hold him up. There's still 6 more weeks left till I can close. And I will literally walk away now. So it gives you those 6 weeks to make up for the work that you can still do. Or we can draw this,
draw
it out for another 6 weeks. And they said, he's like, yeah, that's what I think you should do.
He basically told you.
What do they care? Yeah. They were about to get 20 grand in 6 weeks for doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? If I'm a Brazilian house investor, I come in, this MMA guy wants this dream house, they give me 20 grand down, it falls through, like, another 20 grand, another Escalade I could buy. Those are rims for my Escalade.
Oh, yeah. If I ever see him in the jiu-jitsu, I swear to God.
You're going to do, it's a business, just like the Brazilians.
And I'll say, it's only business as I snap his ankle.
Oh, my God. Jeez Louise.
So, now what's next? Now, is Tracy mad?
She's upset for me. She's sad for me. She understands, that's a huge, that stings, man.
Well, it's also her money now, too. You start making bad business decisions. If I'm Tracy, I'm sitting back and
that's your mommy makeover.
I'm sitting back as Tracy. I'm like, I don't know. I thought this guy knew what he was doing, but he just lost 20 grand. He lost a dream house.
She might need to get her hands in there and start correcting the shit.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like, I told him not to sell the Hellcat. He keeps dropping the price every week now.
I mean, when is what she says going to matter? That's what I say.
Yeah. That's how you build a crow. You start making these bad decisions.
You are building a crow.
And they recognize it all the time. Wait, maybe he's not as smart as I thought.
And then they step in. They're like, I'll take over from here. And then you lost your life.
It happens gradually. And then one day, like me, you turn around and you're locked out.
You're
fucked. Like, I was telling the guy at True Leave when I was buying marijuana that I'm basically in a conservatorship because my card didn't work. And I go, I'm sorry, I was using the wrong card. And he's like, oh, it's all fine. I was like, my wife controls my money. I'm a goddamn pussy.
Why are you telling him that?
Because I don't know. I freaked out. I freaked out while I was buying weed, and I told the kid at the register that I don't have control of my own cash. It felt liberating to tell the truth to somebody.
Now, were you willing to take a loan with a high percentage? Because
I got offered. I have a couple guys, hard money lenders that are willing to do it. And it's just scary. Like, I don't know if I want to risk possibly going bankrupt over 20 grand. Should I eat the 20 grand and walk away, or should I keep fighting for this and I might be able. I'll kick myself in the ass if I don't do it, and then I could have had it. My house sells in like 2 months. I'll be fucking really miserable. I'll be pissed.
Right. So you're sort of at this point where you just want to either see it through or cut it.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Have you 100%. Done a pros and cons list yet?
Yeah, everything in my life's con right now.
Yeah, but are you emotionally though? Are you leaning away? Because if you do, what I've learned, because I'm bad at this,
still wanting it.
When I do pros and cons, you have to look at that and almost do like Tom was saying something about like your coin flip kind of analogy.
Yeah.
You know, of talking about how it does get to a point where like now you're sort of just wasting time. You're wasting time with Tracy. You're wasting time with Vera. You're wasting time with the jungle.
Oh yeah, it took a lot of time.
Right, I'm saying
100%.
So
that's
to go back to what Tom
I heard.
Tell that thing.
I heard some lady on TikTok. She was all dressed in ribbons and jewelry. She was some
she's
sort of
serious.
psychic.
So we know she's the good. She got the goods.
And she was saying that when you have a decision to make, that you should just flip a coin and take whatever the coin says, go that route, because it's impossible to ever know the other side of it. So anytime you make a decision in life, especially when you're like, man, it's hard to make. You know, if you could easily decide. Yeah. That's not
Andrea kind of did this with us when we were dicking around about starting this business. It's like, just fucking pick a direction and go.
Yeah, because there's no way to ever
waste some time.
I don't look at it. I look at this like a fight. Like, I'm in a fight right now. My winning outcome is buying this house and everything's succeeding, and I'm doing everything I can to win this fight. I'm literally looking at it from that perspective, and I don't want to lose. Right now,
it's a winnable
right now,
fight.
I just got knocked down. I need to get back up, and I'm looking at it like that.
But it's a 10%
But is it my pride?
chance.
Is it my pride getting in the way? Is that my pride talking? And
you said yourself, it's a 10% chance. That's like a presidential candidate being too old and not exiting the race. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you got to know what's.
Yeah.
Like, and you gotta, and I think you do know. You probably in your gut.
I don't want to say 10% chance. I think there's a 100% chance. I just don't know if I'm willing to risk paying floating $8,000 mortgage with my mortgage, possibly renting it out. Like, there's probably definitely a way.
How long could you go?
It's just a very risky way.
How long could you go stretched?
That's just it. I could stretch it for like half a year, but that's. What happened? God forbid my house doesn't rent or sell in a half a year.
Well, it will, because they're already talking about interest rates. They're already saying the Fed is probably going to drop.
Yeah, but house prices are also going down.
Yeah.
So and now, yesterday was the best time to sell your house.
Right.
Now, if this is like any other one of your fights, doesn't look good.
Is the seller a black guy?
Thanks for reading. Whoa. Statistically, I'm up on that for my fights. Just so we know.
No, that's what I'm saying.
All right, so let's take a break. When we come back, we'll reset. We'll talk about Redbox is officially out of business now.
It's done, son.
Yeah, speaking of some staples that are now going to the wayside.
The name of the artist is The Dreaded Laramie. Brand new music from them. They have a new album called Princess Feedback. This is Where's My Crystal Ball? We'll be back with more. A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan momentarily. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Show at tomanddan.com for last minute emails. You might be trying to drink more water like I am, and one of the greatest things you can do to help you do that is get high-quality water. And you can do that through our good friends at Guardian Water Services.
Yep, whether they install the RO system like we all have, or you have in the studio, which basically gives you RO filtered water at your tap.
Bill Bellamy was just drinking.
Yeah. And or you want the full conditioning system, they use Westinghouse, great company.
Been in business for forever.
And they can condition your water before it comes into your house, so that way you don't get the calcium buildup in your pipes. It saves your appliances, which get ruined over time because the water is crappy.
Yeah.
The city water is bad.
Well, you can smell it. Like, even my water, like Maisie won't give the dogs anything but the RO water.
Yeah.
Because she's convinced. This is my kid. She's convinced she can smell it out of the tap. She's like, I'm like, oh, okay.
You can taste the difference between RO and tap water.
And apparently she thinks the dogs can. So, hey, do something better for your family, and I think you'll really, really like it. Check it out. Our good friends at Guardian Water Services.
It's guardianwaterservices.com.
That is brand new music from Sunday morning called Broken Glass. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom.
Seth Petruzzelli on the, normally you'd be like news or some sort of a story. Today it was a
it was a story.
Today it was a sad tale of you losing your dream home. Not a lot of people in the chat room. Well, there were some people were like, yeah, fuck yeah. And then most people were like, most people were like, oh man, that fucking sucks. Yeah,
because people could relate to you.
All the people that felt bad, if that 10% chance turns over and I get it, you're invited for that.
There you go. For the big party.
I'll screenshot all those people that said, "Oh, head up, Seth. You're invited."
So
there you go.
We mentioned Redbox before, and Daniel told me this morning that they officially announced that they're done. Which I'm not going to lie, I knew they were done 5 years ago.
Well, everybody knew, but I guess officially, as of this morning, officially, the Wall Street Journal said that Redbox is done. The owner of Redbox will shut down its business. It's in bankruptcy, and it's going to lay off, and this is what blew Tom's shoes off, lay off more than the 1,000 employees that are still working there.
Yep, they needed someone to go restock all the goddamn boxes.
But it says in the article that that's one of the things that was like killing it in rural areas, is that like there'd be a Redbox and then no one would ever like do anything with it,
just sit there, like ghost town.
It was just done. A lawyer for Redbox parent company, and I found this interesting. The parent company that owns Redbox is called Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment, but it's not the book people.
Really?
Yeah.
They just randomly stole that name?
Yeah, I guess. Chicken Soup for the Soul Entertainment. And it's been tossed around a couple of times. But then that started did you guys ever have any did you guys ever subscribe to
I never used Redbox one time.
Me neither.
Not once ever.
Me neither.
I would look down on the people that were up there.
Okay, that's fair. I always wanted to. I would get under the flap. I would go under the flap a couple times because I'm like, anytime there's a flap anywhere,
because you don't have to pick it up, you just walk under it.
Well, no, I'm just saying, I'm such a simple human being. I'm such a sucker that if you have a machine anywhere and you put a flap over the screen, I'm going under that fucking flap.
You're like, hey, what's under here?
I'm dumb. I'm like a little animal.
You're curious like a cat.
Yeah. So I'd go under the flap and see what's going on, but I had no reason to use it. I'm not a big movie guy. I'm the last guy that would use Redbox. I don't watch movies.
Also, it was out when Netflix was out and other ways to digitally stream entertainment. So there was only I feel like a small percentage of society that were using Redbox. They refused to, I guess, maybe didn't have a high enough internet.
Yeah, the chat room nailed connection. It. Norm, thank you for the correct answer. Yeah, Norm was right. It was areas where your internet signal would be poor. Redbox would thrive.
Yeah.
And rural areas.
Yeah. And then, people go to the local 7-Eleven because they couldn't stream anything, and then now, and they must have planned, as soon as the infrastructure gets big enough for high-speed internet to be everywhere, this is going to kill our business. But I guess, they just kept it going. And some businesses will know that they'll be obsolete one day.
Yeah, they'll see
but
that.
they'll just plan for it,
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Right? I mean, like,
No, we realized
I didn't plan for my end. What happened to me?
You haven't? You don't have somebody to take
I'm
over
talking about my 20 grand that I lost. I didn't plan for that.
Oh, you're still who's going to take over the dojo?
Sorry.
Who's taking over the dojo?
Oh, Vera. I love for my
But
daughter.
what if she's like, I'm a fashion model? Yeah, or what if she's like Maisie? What if she's like
a fashion model / karate cop?
What if she's like a Maisie and she's like, I want to be a dancer or be a professional dancer?
You're going to be what I'm going to tell you you're going to be, little young lady.
Or you're going to do the Amon Ra St. Brown. Yeah, it's just like...
Sometimes that works.
It does. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Tiger Woods' dad wanted him to be a golfer, and goddamn, he's the best in the world.
Golfer, yeah.
Although,
sure.
I feel like he had it in him the whole time. So that's a little... It's like, Daniel, he tells us the truth, but Daniel could have told us that he wanted and trained Maisie to be the best dancer in the world eventually. And then we would have all been way more impressed than we are now, knowing that Maisie was just self-driven and Daniel had nothing to do with it. That's just, she wants to be this.
Also, the part that I think a lot of people don't see, because she's always compared to Andrea, is that within my percussion career or anything that I've ever gone to do, I've always worked really hard and kind of kicked butt. Like, no, I don't have a lot of confidence, but like I've done a really good job at the things
you've wanted to do.
Yeah, like I've accomplished good things. I just don't talk about it a lot because I don't have a lot of confidence. I never have. Maisie does. She's got that confidence.
Yeah.
But like, what are we going to do? Who's going to take over this place?
Yeah,
what are we going to do?
It dies with us.
We're the Redbox. Oh my God, that's a great ad campaign. We're just like Redbox.
Yeah, we're the Redbox of Orlando. There's no way to pass it along. It doesn't work.
I was a game.
You don't think your sons could sit in here and do something like
start a kid
podcast?
We're going to try it. We're going to try that.
Okay.
No, it'll be a different show. The only reason we
Vera can be like the Sam over there.
We'll put Vera in the corner and you can press some buttons.
It's this business is horrible.
Producer baby
for longevity because there's nothing else we could do that would make it.
But you literally could do this the day you can die the day you're still doing it. You can talk and then die.
You can literally do it.
That's what I plan on doing.
Yeah, but the amount of listeners dwindles. But there'll still be some.
No, but 7 days after that, you get the most listeners. I want to hear him die.
They'll never be zero, though. They'll still you know why?
Because I listen to every show we do. I ensure that at least one set of ears is listening to it.
It'll dwindle down to maybe a solid couple hundred at the end. But they'll
and then in order to
Norm will still be there.
But then in order to spin it, we're like, well, you guys are the best anyway, and this is just a test for the entire world to whittle it down to the true 100.
But then when you get the true 100, then you make them give all their life savings like a cult.
And then I take colonial silver. I'm turning blue. They're blue. Parading my corpse around different places.
We'll bring them around. I'm like, God damn, it stinks.
Go get the blue midget out of the car. When you steal my Tesla, you show me the trunk of my Tesla, you're driving it around.
It's all planned out.
This actually sounds pretty awesome. If that is what happens to my corpse after I die, not bad.
Then we'll have Seth kick your blue head off.
Finally, I finally get to kick to something.
I can finally tell you the true definition of munting.
Okay, well,
I'm going to pivot. I've been trying to save Tom's sons from the horribleness that is the internet. All these munting, M-U-N-T, munting.
You don't know.
I know Mung.
Do you know what Riz is?
When your daughter...
No.
Do you know what gooning?
What is it?
Gooning.
No.
Seth
do you know what flicker gooning is?
No, he doesn't know any of this.
I could guess what flicker gooning is.
Yeah, I thought it was that too. I know what the goon is and the flicking it.
No, gooning is edging. And flicker gooning is when you hold your cum so much that it fills up, you can see it flickering in your eyeballs. That's why it's called flicker gooning.
It's a fake.
God, it feels good to be able to get that off my chest. I haven't been able to say that all week because we do these goddamn ACT shows.
Yeah.
Munting. Munting is when somebody dies and then you wait 2 weeks.
No, that's called Mung. You were wrong. It's called Mung. That's been around for a long time.
And then you dig them up, and then you go down on them, and then your friend runs and jumps on the stomach.
Yes.
He knows. He fucking knows. It's munting.
It's munging.
Munging?
M-U-N-G.
Well, they've changed it to munting.
It was munging back when I used to tell people that like 10 years ago.
Okay, Seth, you're making me feel better, and I'm glad you're here. Yeah. I was worried about the future, but if this is an old term, then I'm not worried. Then it's just everything repeating itself. Yeah.
I remember telling people that literally like when I first started fighting. This was like when I was like 19, 20, and we started talking about
munting.
Munging. But it was called munging when I did it. It was mung.
I'm pretty sure it's munting now.
I'm going to ask Max and Tommy what a donkey punch is called now.
But ours wasn't. You didn't have to dig them up. It was like a freshly 2 to 3 year-old dead person.
This is same munting. I've got it up.
Oh shit! Okay,
I've got it up here.
Maybe I was saying it wrong.
Just so everybody could see, munting is a variation of necrophilia involving 2 live people and 1 dead. To munt, one person then goes down on said corpse whilst the other jumps on the dead person's stomach, causing the juices to be forced from all orifices. There you go. There's your Tom and Dan munting report. There you go.
So this one says, Urban Dictionary, mung. When you're having intercourse with a dead woman and need extra lubricant, you punch her in the belly and the fluids that pop out.
It's a little different.
Maybe that's a little different. I heard it with the mouth thing.
God,
it's all coming around again, right? It's all coming around again. It's just a different variation of D's nuts. It circles back around.
I feel like these are all made up by teenage boys thinking of the dumbest things possible.
Well, they're trying to be gross. They're just trying to be,
I'm going to think of the grossest thing I can think of.
So, Daniel told me this morning, because the Eminem album came out today, right?
Yeah, the brand new Eminem album, I believe it's called The Death of Slim Shady, came out today, and the chat room was actually talking about it before the show, and they were like, listen to it, it's really good.
It's good. There are people saying it's good.
So he is...
My wife said it was good, and it takes a lot to get Andrea to listen to a full album that's new.
So he's pivoting from... Although everybody called him Eminem now anyway, it wasn't really known as Slim Shady. Yeah. As you know, that was early 2000s.
You know what I think this was, if I had to guess? The Death of Slim Shady, coup de grace is what it's called. I think that this is this is his attempt at a nostalgia album where it's him saying, I'm going to slip into the Slim Shady character one more time. Yeah, it's just, I'm giving it to you one more
This is the reunion tour.
Yeah. I think it's because all the wackiness, because remember, the Slim Shady kind of the alter ego.
Yeah, he was talking shit about celebrities.
Marshall Mathers and then Slim Shady. It was like, he was like a loose cannon, crazy drug addict. Dre had to keep him in control.
It's a hot
tied up in the trunk, burning the place down.
Yeah, hot tub and mini fridge.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know that was the thing.
And then... And so in his last album, the Revival or whatever, maybe that wasn't his last one. No. I think that was the one before, but everybody hated it because he's talking about quitting pain pills and that was
there was recovery, there was relapse. There were a bunch of different albums.
No one liked that. No one liked him talking about being
healthy and clean,
a middle-aged man.
I don't like adult Eminem.
Yeah.
I like goofy, wacky.
And so this
Hi, my name is, I like that.
This is his attempt to give the audience that one more time.
Yes. Yeah, I think so. But what I found interesting, and it was the first thing I said to Tom when he came in this morning, is pay attention to how this album starts. The album has, 19 tracks on it, right?
That seems like a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. 19 songs. It's an hour and 4 minutes long. So he's giving you a pretty sizable album here. Listen to how this thing fucking starts. Okay, you ready? Here we go.
The Hulk tour? No way.
That's what I said. I go, why the fuck?
I said this was in there and it's just coincidence.
That's a big coincidence.
That's what I said.
But then he did. I saw.
That's what I said because I'm like, why the fuck? Not to be, I'm not a conspiracy theory, Dan. You know I never do any of that. But I heard it. I paused. Like, what the fuck was that? Was that Haktua?
Yeah.
And it kind of lines up because middle-aged men and old men love the Haktua joke.
They do. It's the right age, dude.
Yeah, Mike from Mike's Weather Page.
He hit the bullseye. He hit the fucking bullseye with the dart. Oh, my God. Yes.
Yeah, Eminem is in his 50s now, and so it fits that he would think that's funny, too. Because I feel like the younger generation, the Haktua didn't resonate.
Charles has been listening to the album all morning, and he says he's spitting on his grave. Look, I know what he's doing. The scene is he's a grave digger, right? The scene is he's burying Slim Shady. My point to Tom this morning was, the only people I know of that stereotypically spit in movies are not grave diggers. They're either cowboy cooks, cowboys, you know, you don't like grave diggers are not notorious for like I'm digging a grave. That's more of a cowboy, prospector, gold digger.
It's not a thing.
No,
like, if you were, and like Daniel said, if you're in sound design and that's what they're doing here, like you would do shovel digging.
And they do here. Listen
the spitting doesn't really fit the grave digger.
You didn't need it. You didn't
element,
need it
unless it's a tip of the cap to a joke.
And there's the digging.
Yeah.
You could have just started with that. You didn't need the spit. So, nobody needed the spit.
So Daniel thinks that
plus if you're digging,
put that in after.
Plus if you're digging, you're not spitting on the grave until you're done digging.
Although,
or you're doing it as he literally first starts out with a spit. You should be digging and then spitting.
Hey, thanks for calling A Mediocre Time. Who's this? They must have hung up. Sorry.
But it could be the case that he just put this in there because he thought that was a joke, and then he thought that a lot of people would talk about that. I don't know, but it's pretty funny.
No, I just thought it was completely interesting. It's one of those things where, like, I'm not like a conspiracy theory person, but when I heard that, I'm like, did you subtly do that? Would a record company be smart enough to? I'm trying to think of something else that's in the limelight right now that's purely entertainment, like Haktua Girl or whatever. Like anything. Like if George Kittle did something for the receiver thing, you would get more eyes on your song if you were like 85, 85, and then you like tie it back to George Kittle. It's like, can you be clever about it?
Any viral thing going on right now in our culture, it does make sense to tip of the cap to that viral thing.
Yeah, I mean,
but it'd be weird that age, like in 10 years, you're gonna be like, what the fuck is that?
But then it could go slide back into it's just the beginning sound design of this grave dig. It's a nothing, but for just the spitting, it's like, why not do that? It's 2 seconds of audio that people could. I mean, we're fucking talking about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure other people are like, did he do this on purpose? And going back to the Hawk to a Girl, and Daniel and I were laughing about this. It's like,
I like that girl, by the way.
They find her, and now she's out there.
She's likable, right?
Yeah, she's extremely
on
likable.
Luke Bryant.
You want to fuck her, dude?
And it's funny what
I'd have her and Tracy Hawk to each other.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Hey, would you? Did you? Let me take a poll because Tom and I did. Did you ask Tracy to Hawk to her?
No, we haven't. I've had COVID for the past 10 days. So
okay, that's fair. That's the right answer. That's fair. That's fair.
Plus, I have a new.
I want a show of people in the chat room that ask their wife to Hawk to it because I think it's off the charts, right?
Yeah. And no wife is doing it.
No, nobody does. No.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to ask again tonight. I'll report back on Monday.
The crows can't spit.
Dry mouth.
Got their beak.
All they got in there is ribbon and trinkets in their crow mouth.
But people have this misconception that somehow, like, the fame that the Hawk to a Girl got now I'm sure it's going to lend itself to some sort of financial benefit for her, right?
Yeah, but
not to anywhere close to what people perceive this is going to do for her.
Well, there's one word I'd like to throw at people before they say, hey, she's making money, man. She's making money. Consistent money.
Yeah,
consistency. Like, I don't think it's like
you make $3,200 and then never, that's nothing compared to what the amount of publicity she got, because she can't turn it into
she can't monetize it.
You need to be an entertainer if you're going to turn publicity into money, right?
Yeah.
Or you need to have something to sell, or you need to be ready for it.
They're
selling all that stuff, but it's not her, right? She's got a lawyer.
No, she does.
But that should have been her, because she could have been making that from the beginning. She hasn't done it yet, so I think she's lost. You
can't do it fast enough. Things happen so fast that they're already selling Hawk to a hats before she could even do anything with it. Like by the time you even, have you anybody that's ever tried to copyright anything or get a patent on something that takes months, years sometimes, what I'm saying? Like, it's going too fast. By the time you're able to even lock anything down, it's over.
But I think she's doing, to not sound like a hater, I think she's doing the best she can for not being like someone who was an entertainer, right? She got representation. She's trying to lock down things she's doing. And I think her play now is because she's not an entertainer, she has been having a crew follow her to these different places. She went to like the Zach Bryan concert, sang on stage, and she has them film her, no different than when Jelly Rolls followed around, no different than when, Guns N' Roses or any band has followed around, and because that's all she's got. So I'm not a hater on it. It may not be for me, and it's rolling down the tracks, and I don't think it's going to be super lucrative, but she's doing what she can.
Yeah, of course, but it is a nothing.
It is a nothing.
Because it's like, well, I don't even care who this person is. Yeah. Like, the only interesting part is how it's affected your life. And then it's like, once you talked about that, you're like, oh, okay, it's about what I imagined. Like, people now recognize her everywhere or whatever, and this has become a joke. Yeah. And your old granny's there. I'm watching these TikTok videos of her granny being like, oh, we were so surprised. There's just some podunk hood rat, from wherever that she was.
I kind of like that, though. I went through a phase.
It worked in a factory.
We used to call them townies in DeLand. I kind of like that.
Podunk
I kind of like that. I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Their jeans are a little dirty. Kind of hot.
Slam hog.
No slam hog. They're hot. They're just like, they're not like...
She missed our opportunity.
Certainly not as clean as Andrea. Andrea's a clean woman. These are dirty women. And I enjoyed it.
If she had,
damn, I enjoyed it.
If she had an OnlyFans, that's the way to get rich.
She said she already said no.
You missed her. That's what the what was the I only do hood rat shit. Was that the girl that made money?
Oh, you're talking about Bad Barbie or Baby? Bad Baby?
Yeah. What she was like? Catch me outside. Catch me outside, girl.
Oh, I only do hood rat shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about
it was one of the
Laterial Martin or Laterial Green.
But that girl made millions off of her
She never got naked either.
Did she? I thought she got naked.
I don't think she ever got naked.
She was just like scantily clad.
Yeah, she'd do thong. Those bikinis where you got big ass titties and you just cover the nipple with like a tiny triangle.
Yeah, because that's a way to get $5 a month from.
Tons of
100,000 creepos and Tom and Dan. But it's like, so if you're not set up for anything like that, or you're like, I'm not going to do OnlyFans because it's, I don't want to do it. And then it's like, now you got nothing again. Yeah. And because that was your only play in this game. Because
and I would have done that as a one and done. I would have done OnlyFans, tasteful, bad baby style, and then I would have gotten as much, kind of like a hoodwink, right? I would have been like, sign up for my OnlyFans. Guys are expecting nudity. I wouldn't go nude. I'd go skimpy bikini, as comfortable as I am. Yeah. And then I take all the money I get, bank it, invest it, whatever, and I'm out.
And your whole OnlyFans is you spitting on water bottles, you spit on cucumbers.
Whatever.
Yeah, you spit on...
I'll suck some fruit.
Yeah, you spit on cones or whatever. Like, you're just spitting on everything.
Would you be okay with that?
What?
Like, just like, if I'm like, no nudity, but I'm sucking on a cucumber, licking a carrot, spitting in a jar, spitting on a dildo.
What do you mean okay?
They don't want that from you.
No, not me. I'm talking about that girl.
Oh, yeah.
God damn,
I thought you too.
Am I okay with it?
Spitting on like a dildo?
Like, you can do what you want.
Does that move the needle?
I feel uncomfortable.
Is that moving the needle for people?
Yeah. Certain people like feet and spit, all that weird farts.
People will pay $3 a month for it, just for curiosity. But that was our only play, and now nothing.
And I think there's, the one thing after she did the whole like expose with her family and everything, and like talked with her granny, and then talked about how her dad didn't like it and all this kind of shit. It seems like she's already drawn that line. She already it's already limited.
Yeah.
It's already limited now, and time's a ticking. Who's new? I'm sure we'll move on to the new girl next month, or new boy, or What are the Island Boys doing? Are they still gay?
No one cares anymore. That's done.
They're gay.
Well, gay for each other.
Trans?
Gay for each other.
No, well, they kissed.
They kiss. Yeah, they like make out with each other, and then
aren't they brothers?
Yeah, and then the one would pretend to suck the other one's dick. But it's a banana. Yeah.
That happened.
I'd pay for that.
That's a prime example of you run out of content and you start becoming irrelevant, and then you're like, quick, do something. You kiss your brother, and then people like all of a sudden it gets bigger. You're like,
that's
they're kissing each other.
That's a knee jerk.
Yeah.
And then you got to keep going more and more.
I can only imagine if the only way for you and I to keep our podcast going is for you and I to make out, like my dad in heaven.
I'll have both of you go down on me with a banana. Both of you at the same time on a banana with me. That'd be cool.
People would subscribe.
They would subscribe to that.
They'd be like,
maybe I could save my. Maybe I could get money from my house.
They're like, look, Tom and Dad are sucking Seth's banana. Is he dressed like Kimbo's Slice?
Oh god!
You can raise the problem with the OnlyFans is going back to gambles. Is it is a gamble
because
there's no way to know how much money you'll make until you put the content out.
You know why it's a gamble?
And then once it's out there. There's no putting the lid back on.
If you think of anyone that has an OnlyFans, anyone. If I go to the web and I type in @ and your OnlyFans name and I type the word leaks behind your name, I get you naked every time.
Yeah.
Without fail.
Once it's out, it's out.
Yeah, once it's out, it's out. And so you have to be okay with that.
Yeah.
It's just because it's behind that paywall means absolutely nothing.
And you would be okay for the money, but there's no way to tell how much money you're going to make until after it's out. So,
hindsight, that wasn't a good idea.
It is now
you got to pretend like it didn't happen.
No, but
shut up.
I'll cut that out.
But
what the hell's wrong with you?
If you're not famous, then sometimes it is impossible to find, and that's the thing too. It's like even Seth's pictures, like he kind of those are out, and then
they're still there.
Then I was looking up Seth today because some listener wanted to know about the peeing on the fruit, and then that's why I was asking you yesterday about what season of Ultimate Fighter were you on?
Oh yeah, you do.
And then I started going back.
Did pee on something in Ultimate Fighter, right?
No, I made Rashad eat a fly. I mean, I peed on. Yeah, I don't think it was on.
Yeah, it was cut.
So.
There's too much peeing. Cut Seth's peeing.
I went back and I watched an episode you were on, and I was like, Seth is kind of reserved in this.
No, they made it. That's why they edited it so bad, man. I wasn't reserved. It was.
You're going.
I pee on everything. Me pee everywhere.
No, we were not. We did so much shit, man. They just made us look like a bunch of we didn't do anything that season. We all hated the way they edited it. It was bad. So there was a lot of crazy shit that we did. Busting out of the van, stealing the porn magazines, throwing them on people.
Why didn't they put that in there? It's good TV.
Exactly,
right?
And I have no idea. I really don't know. I don't know if there's a time because we're the only season with 3-round fights, so they needed the time for the extra fighting.
Probably
stuff. I'm thinking.
Because what are we dealing? Are they 30-minute or hour episodes?
No, 30. Oh, I don't.
Yeah, I bet you nailed it. I bet you're right because if the fighting's longer, then they would have needed that because it comes down to seconds.
And it's only probably 25 minutes with TV, MTV.
But I know editors, and they're always bitching about the sliding scale of things.
There was poop war. There was filming people's wars, pooping each other's toilets and leaving it there. There's a whole bunch of shit.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that to Andrea and Maisie. I'm going to poop in Maisie's toilet and leave it there.
Oh,
that's a great idea.
My sons do that.
There was there's trying to bribe each other's for fights. So if you knew you're fighting somebody, we wrote thing hey, I'll pay you $10,000 after to submit. We dropped that in people's beds, to act like you're trying to pay each other off. We did a whole bunch of funny, fun shit, and none of it got aired.
I wonder if that's because Dana White or whatever wanted more serious fighting, and then because down the line, I think then it got crazy, and then they're like, let's just show these guys shitting on each other because then it just became about what the best TV and less about the fighting. But your early seasons, they're like,
we want to make this about the fighting.
not about these guys.
Plus, not only did we have 3-round fights, but we also had the stupid things against each other for the team. We had to do stupid challenges. We're the only season with the challenges as well.
Oh.
So they filmed all the challenges. So we had the challenges and the 3 fights. It took up all the damn time.
Got a spoon in your mouth with an egg on it. Running through a fucking obstacle.
It was mud wrestling we did. We did a hanging challenge.
Shit.
It was extremely
I hate it. I hate all that shit.
So
Survivors, today, in order to win your snacks, you're going to have to do a little game called the Turtle Shell Turtle Race. Fuck you. I hate all of that shit.
Yeah, it was dumb.
There was a time that challenges were huge in all TV.
Yeah.
It was all about challenges, road rules.
We're bringing that to our radio show, by the way. ACT, we're doing. We're going all games.
I like a good challenge.
I like a good challenge.
Dude, oh my god, did I insult you? Oh my god, I fucking insulted him.
I was just saying,
dude. I was yelling, "Fuck you, fuck those things," right to his face, and this guy's Mr. Challenge. I can't even look at you now.
I like challenges.
I'm sorry, I can't look at you.
Every time we do a show, go to show, I'm challenging Seth.
I did the hanging challenge. You challenged Cadillac Pat to a pull-up.
Yeah, we did just do a hanging challenge. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I love a good challenge. I am stuck in 2006. that was prime time TV.
And that's the year of my 2006 was my ultimate fighter. Exact ultimate fighter.
I know. That was the year of the challenge.
You're the 06 boy.
Yeah.
You know, Whopper
Bring
Jr.
challenges back.
Whopper Jr., Justin Clark, he got the challenges out of his blood, went on to be a very successful president of a company.
No, I'm stuck in challenges.
Good challenge.
Who doesn't like a good challenge? You start a challenge, you're like, hey, who's going to win this challenge? Entertainment.
One of our stupid challenges was having one person stand there like this and the other person climb on their back like a monkey and then just do as many rotations around the body. Just circling... monkey rotations. They're so cheesy and stupid. And that was on Spike TV.
Moon Monkey Challenge.
It was awful.
I like that.
And you know what we did?
I forgot you.
We didn't want to do it, so our team acted like we wanted to do it. We had the other team go first. They did like something ridiculous, like 200 rotations. Mike Whitehead is shaking sweat. His legs, he couldn't walk for 2 days straight because of it. As soon as it was our turn, we was like, no, we forfeit. We didn't even do it. We forfeited. And they won automatically.
Well, that was smart, though.
Yeah, because we wore them out.
Fight.
We wore them out. And you got to fight. Yeah. So stupid.
Oh God, that made me laugh.
Yeah, but the producers hate that. They're like, do the goddamn monkey challenge.
They weren't happy, but we're like, all right, we forfeit.
I apologize. You don't go coming at my pee-pee dog.
I know.
So I apologize.
I know. I mean,
I
think the chat room's with me, and our listeners are with me. They like a good challenge.
They do, and I hope you'll accept my apology.
We should do more challenges. Oh, well, I'm looking around for what I can challenge Seth right now.
Do something.
Want to do the monkey challenge?
I always carry a challenge in my pocket.
He'll be the one circling around us the whole time. We have to hold up.
You know what? After the show, we're going to film the monkey challenge with Seth. I'm going to see how many times I can go around his body. And we'll send it to Melissa and put it on TikTok. And that'll be the biggest
It'll
view.
go huge. It'll go huge.
I know what people like. All right.
Let's take a little break. The name of the artist is Molecular Steve. The name of the song is Nil Game. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan right after this.
Finding a quality contractor in Florida is difficult.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
It's super difficult. When you want to do home renovations, you want to redo your kitchen, your bathroom.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, maybe add an addition onto your house. Maybe build accessory dwelling unit in your backyard so your mother-in-law can live there or whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do.
Contact detailscg.com, Flora and her team. I'm convinced that a female-owned contracting business.
Kind of a rarity, man.
It is a rarity, but also Flora, we had multiple meetings with Flora before she became an advertiser.
She's tough on the details, dude.
She is, and she's trustworthy, and she'll get the job done, and at the end of the day, you'll have a beautiful house, whether it's your cabinets. You specialize in cabinets, flooring.
I've seen some amazing kitchen makeovers that she's done.
Oh, yeah, with BDMs. She's currently, I think, working on 2 BDMs houses, redoing the entire house.
I'm so jealous.
Countertops, like I said, anything inside the house. Plus, she offers the design.
Yeah.
And she has a showroom as well if you want to look over all the different products like the flooring and all the different things you're going to do to your kitchen.
Sure.
She could help you out. But again, finding a quality contractor is hard, and that's why you should talk to Details
Start
and Flora.
here and just see what they can do for you.
Yep. Check out the website. It's detailscg.com.
I want a wonderful life as well, Hembry. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. So I got a text from my mom during the break, and because we mentioned the Just Call Mo Celebrity Bowling Tournament that's going on tomorrow at Oviedo Bowling Alley. I know the bowling part is sold out, and I believe you can still buy pinball passes. If you want to just come by, I know we're all going to be out there hanging out.
Uh,
What?
I mean, you're just like, hey, just swing by. Is that allowed? Like,
I mean, figure out a way to donate somehow.
Well, are there tickets available on site? I just don't want people to show up and they're like, I'm sorry, we don't have tickets. Tom told me.
I mean, it's a bowling alley.
That happens sometimes. That happens. Yeah, it's true. That's true. Yeah. But come see us. And I think, I think if you go to justcallmo.com, you can find more details there.
So my mom texted me this. Oh, my God, I have to tell you, I forgot. Steve, my stepdad Steve, and I drove up because you were doing a cancer event at a bowling alley. It was in the radio days. It was the first time I saw Seth, and he pulled out his pee-pee and started shaking it around.
Shut the fuck up.
Steve,
you pulled your dick out?
No, I did not. That's a lie. That is a lie story.
Are you calling my mother a liar?
I've never pulled my
motherfucker.
Oh, my God.
You think I pulled my
It sounds like
so
you
not only did you sexually assault Tom's mom,
No
but
way.
you lied about it. You're a fucking monster.
No way that happened.
Hold on a second.
What do you mean? Hold on. If you pulled,
I knew back then that was wrong.
What does your mom mean by pee-pee?
What is she thinking?
Ask her. Will she ride it?
He pulled his pee-pee and shaking it around.
No way.
And she's like, nice to meet you. Put her hand down and you put your penis down.
She said, my stepdad said, what the fuck? He would say that. I believe my mom.
What year was this?
I think this is the first one because she didn't come to anyone.
When the hell is the first one?
Why would you come to the bowling tournament when somebody pulled his dick out?
This was the pee-pee years.
Even the pee-pee years weren't the pee-pee years. I never pulled my penis.
Holy shit.
Listen, this is what my
You
mom
know what
said.
it was? I was in my thong. I showed up in my thong, and maybe I was like shaking my thong. Maybe that's what she's talking about.
Oh, I showed up in my thong with my cock out. Oh, yeah.
My cock wasn't hanging out.
It's all coming back to me now.
If the thong is the outline of your cock, and you're shaking that around, I mean, that is shaking
it's all
your
coming back to me now. Like, you acted like you were standing there in a goddamn Eskimo snowsuit, and then, like, you're greeting everybody. I had no idea you're standing there fucking butt-ass naked with your cock out.
I just had my really skimpy pink thong on, and
you showed your penis to Tom's
I did
mom.
not show my penis. It was everybody could just kind of look at my thong.
It's a good penis,
outline.
I'll say that. I've seen it.
I never took it out.
No wonder
I don't want that
Steve's
out
probably
there.
pissed.
Yeah, I mean,
What the fuck?
Tell him
How
I'll be there again.
You knew his demeanor. I didn't really know his demeanor. He was calm but strong. And had seen some shit.
So
when he would say, what the fuck, how would he say it if you had to guess?
Oh, I mean, like a real
like
Florida
a simple,
man.
Like a what the fuck?
He was a construction worker, carpenter, real man. Used to be in a biker gang.
Kind of like the guy that told me, have some respect for yourself when we're dancing naked in Key West.
Yeah, when he sees someone pull his pee-pee out at a cancer event, it gets bad.
Well, that's about pee-pee cancer.
There are only 29 remaining Pinball Lounge tickets, so that's not many. So if you wanted to go to the event, you better scoop those tickets up now.
So let's do some voicemail.
All right, buddy. Yeah, if you want to leave us a voicemail, too. I love voicemails. I love emails. I love interacting with you guys.
Tell her I'm sorry, by the way.
She don't care.
Yeah. I feel bad. It's fine. I think it's fine.
That's not me anymore.
She put a ha-ha. I think. My mom's
like,
tough.
I'm appalled.
Yeah. My mom.
A Mexican man.
It's not
like,
the Seth
my mom was on the what's the Sunrail? My mom was on the Sunrail. Remember when my mom ran the Sunrail? And a Mexican man
sort of pee-peed to her.
A Mexican man stood up and he offered her to sit on the toilet in the bathroom because it was just jam packed. Because that's what old people did. They went out to ride the Sunrail, and the Mexican man had a hard on and was stroking it or like touching it.
Really?
Like and my mom seemed completely unfazed by it. Like, I think old moms are like, they got it.
They see it. I mean, once you give birth, everything else is nothing.
A cock falls out and you're like, whatever, gross. Okay, moving on. All right, let's try. I don't think we did this one. I've got new ones, but I'm trying to clear out some of these older ones too. Let's see this one.
Hey, Tom and Dan, it's Canadian Josh.
No, I don't want to do him. Because I know we did that one. Sorry, Josh. That didn't mean that I don't want to do you because I don't like you. That just means that I think we already did that. Here we go.
Hey, Tom and Dan, you guys were talking about what was it? Raw dogging flights, where the guys, like, do nothing. I've been doing that for a while, especially back in the 90s and early 2000s. I got the fortunate chance to go to Fiji twice around the turn of the century, or turn of the millennia, I guess. And on the flight, the second time to Fiji from LA, it's like 11 and a half hours. I sat there in my seat and did not get up. Now, I'm sure I had a soda or a water or maybe a cocktail. I was like 19 or 20. But I remember I did not get up for the whole flight. And after like 3 or 4 hours, I was like, I'm not leaving my seat. And I'm a really tall guy, and so I was stuffed in that seat, and it was awful. But I did watch Kangaroo Jack without the sound like 5 or 6 times through, depending on the person in front of me, what they were watching. So Anthony Anderson was fantastic in that film. Thank you.
Can I tell you something about this guy's one of my favorite callers of all time. I'm glad that you finally told us a little bit about your figure. Because you sound like an uncomfortably tall man.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, the voice of a
it
giant.
Matches, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
That is like he sounds like a giant man.
Although that doesn't count as raw dogging a flight because you were.
What is raw dogging a flight?
Okay, so there's this thing on TikTok and social media
that the kids got
that you sit on a flight and you just either stare at nothing.
Yeah, I got you. That's all I do.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I can't because I freak out. I can't watch TV because I'm too nervous thinking about crashing and dying. I can't read a book because I'm too nervous about crashing and dying. I can't sleep because I'm too nervous about crashing. I literally stare at the window, look down, look at the engine. I always look at the engine in the wing. I always try to look at the wing.
Now, hold on. I do a variation of this. I'm not as bad.
What are you looking at?
For 14 hours to Japan, I was staring at the fucking wings to make sure nothing was like bending. And I swear,
my God.
Shit you not. I'm not exaggerating.
What would you do if it started bending?
I do a variation of this. You see, this is what I do.
I told you I started punching everything. I always said that before.
You don't snap out of it? Like I do what he says.
Xanax,
like when we start, I look out, I look at the engine, I look at the wing, I see what's going on. But after a while, my Xanax gets in me, whatever, a beer, I go right. I can't drink. I get on the TV and I'm like,
distract
I'm
yourself.
No way, dude. If I'm watching TV, I'll do it for maybe like 30 seconds to a minute, and then if I hear, because the earphones kind of muffle things, and if you hear something like or like a jumble, I'll pull it off and I'll go. I look around.
Is everything okay?
And then I put it back because I get freaked out like something's happening and I'm not hearing it. So I take my earphones off. I look.
But wouldn't it be better? Not to side with Tom on this one. Wouldn't it be better to not hear it? Like if, like if the wing flew off, wouldn't it be better to be just sitting there watching? I'm watching Zootopia.
No, I want to know when something's happening because I could swing.
I like it when the AC condensation or whatever, or the temperature change makes the AC look like smoke.
Fog. Yeah.
So it looks like the cabin's filled with smoke.
Chemtrails. Let's get.
No. Inside is like, oh my God, the
gas leak. It's a gas leak.
Music isn't maybe the only thing I could possibly do is music. But again, I'm taking my headphones off every minute because I think I'm hearing stuff. So I can't listen to music either. It's a fucking torturous thing. That's why I don't like traveling.
I honestly, I know we've talked about this before. I thought you were able to watch TV, man.
Nope,
and I was going to ask you if you've been to Japan because that's on my list. Yeah, and Andrea's actually really. You love it? Is it cool?
Being there. Oh yeah, it was fucking amazing.
Yeah. You have to tell me some stuff. Andrea, that's where we want to go, but. Man, I think about the flight. It makes me nervous.
Big black pube in my sushi one time.
Okay,
but besides that, it was great.
Big black pube in your sushi.
Yeah, big old black.
They do run a lot of pubes there, right?
Thick black.
They run a lot of pubes.
That could be someone's hair or eyelash. Doesn't have to be a pube.
It could have been. Fucking big.
Seth, aren't you a man of science and math? Like you're not. You're an atheist,
but I'm not a man of logic. Sometimes I am a man of logic, but
because
you're not.
Don't you like
when it comes to flying? I'm not.
Like.
I don't like it either, man.
The number one thing, because I got irrational fears every once in a while, but then like my religion is math. All right, like I just trust.
You're going to get burned for that one.
Really?
My religion is math. Make that a sticker.
No,
you can't even fucking divide 36 by 9.
I can't do it.
That's why I'm saying you're going to get dragged.
Okay,
you can't say my religion is math and can't do it.
No, but that's what I believe.
Pi?
No, I don't know it, but I
exactly.
believe. But the same people with religion, they never fucking read the Bible. They just believe in it.
Right.
So I believe.
So you do believe in I believe in math.
Yeah,
you believe in the figures.
I believe in math. I believe
it's finite.
100% the reality, and I truly believe it's real. All right, and that may be weird for some people. But
like math and science, Yeah, a lot of people feel like that. It's like, look, this is tried and true.
It's literally the language of the universe, man.
Yeah,
That's how we describe things.
So I'm like, okay, if that's real, then everything, all these irrational fears, like in a plane crash or cancer, like rare cancer and shit, I tell myself, I'm like, well, it's against my religion to believe that because it can't happen.
But it can happen.
No, the math says
statistically
it
not maybe not. But
well, that's the math. That's my religion.
But I know my luck, and I
luck isn't math.
I'd be on the one with the door blew off.
So are you like me in that when people say it's highly unlikely, that's not good enough?
No, it's definitely not.
Yeah. See, like Tom 100%. Will tell me things like that, and I've gotten to a point now. It
doesn't matter what's highly unlikely.
But I do think I've gotten to a point now. Maybe
it
from
does
just
matter.
Maybe from just
it's the only thing that matters.
It could be just from osmosis. Just being around you enough. I have gotten to a point now where it will matter more. I'm like I will feel like what's the percentage of something happening here, and if it's like in the 70s to 100 area, I'm like, we're fine. I've gotten better with that.
But I understand it's irrational, and you
it's
can't
not supposed to make sense.
You can't tell your brain not to release the goddamn stress chemical that it's releasing and flooding your body with. So that's what
it's a terrible feeling.
It's that and a control thing because I'm not in control of the plane. I can't. If it's going down, I can't.
Would you
muscle
try to
my way out of it?
Would you try to pee through the door?
I told you what I'd do. Everyone knows I'd be swinging.
I always have this vision of
just swing wildly.
If you just start punching and you're just hurting people you shouldn't hurt, which would be sad. Like an old granny.
I mean, I'd aim at
fucking teeth
I'd
out.
aim at like
you break some fucking nerd dad's nose.
It's more about the chairs. I think I'd be
and then they pull out of
here. Some old lady laying there with a broken jaw.
I would just be quiet and just sit my head down.
Yeah, just wait for them to come handcuff you.
Yeah, it'd be embarrassing.
Oh, there was this new lady yesterday that I saw. I'll get another voicemail ready to go. Yeah. There was a new lady on a plane yesterday that was having an episode, and they always put those on Reddit. And for some reason, because I'm sick, I'll always watch them. But this lady, she was like crazy having an episode, and she was like clawing on herself and screaming. And she had a tank top on. She had big old sloppy titties. And she grabbed her tank top. And I was like, oh! And she never pulled it down. I was like, oh! But I watched it. I watched it twice. Just
was she bleeding, making herself bleed?
No, she was like doing that thing where you scratch your I don't know. It just it looked like a drug episode or something. But she never pulled her titties out.
It's bizarre how many people lose their minds.
They get naked.
See, I bang my head in the seat in front of me, and this is my position, literally all the time, like this.
Oh, come on, Jesus fucking Christ!
I hit my head on the thing, and I breathe deep, hard deep, because that's how it kind of
whole flight.
No. If like turbulence, we're gonna fasten the seatbelt for turbulence, and if there's a little bit of turbulence, I'll be banging my head and then I'll grab the seat, and somebody's hands are always there. I grab their hand and I squeeze it hard, like I cripple.
What if it's like a little old man?
I do it. And I apologize. I'm like, I'm sorry. I say it 100 times. Like, I'm sorry. Because and then I try to tell them I freak out. I'm sorry. And they're like, it's okay.
Man, I had no idea this was so bad.
Yeah.
Now, I tried to tell Daniel this, but he wouldn't listen. And at this point in time, Maisie is tougher than I am. So it's impossible.
She's way tougher than her dad.
Yeah. Like Daniel told me that Maisie's like, I'll work out with you tomorrow morning, and then she was ready at 6 a.m. Dressed in a workout.
She gets me up now to do. She's got to do a stretching on her left side. It's her weak turn side. Yeah. So her teacher told her she's got to stretch.
You're weak
side.
On your left.
Well, she's like, you got to stretch it extra hard. So she stretches it an hour a day. So she told me in the morning. She's like, I'll get up with you. Yeah, it's pretty
nice.
Rad. It's pretty rad.
And but I told Daniel, I was like, never let Maisie's know that you're scared. And he's like, too late.
Yeah, she knows everything. She'll come to me. She'll come to me and she'll be like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm okay."
Is there a future with this? Like, could she make a career out of this somehow?
Dancing? I think so.
Well, she'll just parlay that determination and the discipline
but if not,
into anything.
Can it be that though? That specific? Is there a profession that does that type of thing, or maybe not a coach?
I mean, she could be a professional choreographer or dance studio, dance professionally. I mean, it's like any other art job. I'm going to be like, you're not going to get rich doing it. No, but I'm not going to tell her that now.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. It's the discipline of her being so dedicated. She already got it.
She just likes it. So
I mean, that's you could do anything at this point. It's that's what people want.
Hey, thanks for calling A Mediocre Time. Who's this?
Hey, what's going on? It's Australian pool guy.
Hey, buddy, you didn't get deported.
No, I actually just listened to the episode where the immigration lawyer just pulled up. So I came to plead my case and tell you guys I'm not AI.
Okay, great. Yeah, a lot of people did think you were AI and fake. See, now the chat room owes me an apology.
So, Australian pool guy, we've had this conversation before. You can actually marry a man, or because if you're just trying to marry someone to get the possibility of getting a green card.
If he ponies up money to help Seth get the house, Seth will marry him.
I'll do that. I'll divorce Tracy.
Yeah, you have to divorce Tracy and ruin your family. Yeah, he's down. All right.
Ooh, how much money are you getting?
I haven't really been told much about the marriage situation. I've been trying to go through other avenues to figure it out. But from what I've been told is, like, I have to, make social media posts. I have to say that I'm living at their house. And apparently, it's a little bit harder than it seems. But my sister got married a few years ago, and she got her green card that way. And they did the interview, and apparently the guy asked a couple questions, and that was it. So, I guess it depends on the guy or person who interviews you. But
Today's show,
I honestly don't know.
Today's show is about gambling. Today's show is about taking gambles, and sometimes they work out, and sometimes they fail.
If I was going to guess, a government employee isn't going to give a shit.
Not now.
They're not going to do their due diligence.
Crumbling.
No, I'm just saying they just
not with an Australian.
He's British, aren't you British?
British.
Yeah, not actually Australian. I was born in England, and I moved here when I was 2 years old.
Yeah,
so I've grown up through the school system. I can like change in and out my accents, but when I'm using my English accent in America, it's kind of Americanized, so people can understand me a little bit better.
That's interesting.
But when I'm back in England, it's full Cockney accent.
That's crazy, man. Yeah.
And then I also assume that the immigration officers are kind of racist, just like everybody else. And then
easier for him than most?
The white British guy, there's clear.
Are you blonde-haired?
Jose walks in, they're like, oh, now I got some questions.
What have you been up to, hombre?
Yeah, I'm not white. My grandparents were Indian, so yeah, I don't know if that's going to work for me.
Okay.
It's against my religion to marry.
So are you ethnic?
Well,
like, are you tan? Are you like a tanner human?
Yeah, I'm brown skin.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's when they got the questions.
Tom has a bad feeling.
But then they hear your accent, and then they're like, "Oh, okay, back to cleared." I don't know. I'm confused now.
Doesn't compute.
I work for the government.
The accent will throw them for a loop.
One of the main reasons I was so sketched out about leaving the voicemail about this is when I came back into Orlando. I had I came off the plane, had about 10 beers. I was feeling good. I'm going straight through. And as soon as I get to the desk, I show him the paperwork. He asked me a couple questions, and I'm like, okay, that's fine. Next minute, someone comes along, takes me into a room, and it looks like a jail cell. And I'm in there for about an hour and a half, and they're just grilling me, constantly asking me questions about my history, like what's going on with me, why am I here. They were mainly worried that I was going to be working here, which now I have to tell you guys I'm not a pool guy anymore because I'm just here, visiting family.
Right, so we know that, yeah.
It was tough because, they
that's a lie. How could you make money? You have to, you're obviously working.
No, he's independently wealthy, like you told me.
No. So my family owns the business, and they're basically supporting me this whole time.
There you go.
I don't really even want to work out here right now. It's so damn hot that I have no interest.
I don't blame you.
I'm good for now, but it's I've been a little sketched out about it, But I do appreciate the guy who called and left the voicemail to help me out. So if I could get his details, that'd be sweet.
Yeah, if you email me at dan@tomandan.com, I can get that to you this afternoon. Okay.
Sounds good.
Hi, buddy.
Guys. Oh, Seth, did you didn't get the house?
No.
I like that he brought that up.
No, that was genuine. I am sorry, but at the same time, you would have paid it. I worked with a lot of customers who lived on a lake, and big boat, big lake, and it just sat there and got moldy the whole time. They barely ever used it. You would have hated it.
Really? I appreciate trying to make me feel but I feel like I'd be in that lake every day.
I like that.
Yeah, you haven't seen this lake. It's nice and blue. It's not the standard Florida brown shit lake. Oh, this one's nice.
Let's try this one right here.
Hey there, Tom and Dan. Hey guys, it's Kenny. So because I travel a lot for work and I don't really want to hang out too much with the people that I work with, I end up doing a lot of stuff by myself in these random cities, oftentimes going to sporting events by myself. It is difficult, though, to try to find, like, single tickets often, because websites typically won't sell them, or people just sell the pair or more. So I'm thinking a good business idea would be a website called Lonely Fans, and they're in the sole business of selling individual tickets, but only one ticket at a time to people like me that just want to go to the games by themselves. Anyway, think it'd work. Love you guys. Bye.
I love the name. Yeah. I love the concept. It is hard to buy a single ticket. When I bought a single ticket for the remember when I went to see that singer-songwriter?
Yeah.
Buying a single ticket was hard. I had to call.
Yeah.
And then I think going to the Magic game, I had a really tough time finding a single ticket. But as soon as I got up in the nosebleeds, they were like, "Oh yeah, we're giving them away up here." So
I used to go to movies all the time. That was my jam, just to relax by myself.
That's your jam, Grandpa?
You're going to the
was it
movies
the Cat's Meow? No, he said that's my jam.
That was my jam. God. I said
it was the cat's pajamas.
I'm just relaxing.
I would assume that the people going to sporting events and even any event by themselves is a rarity and an anomaly. But is there a lot more that I don't? I mean.
I bet there's a decent amount of people that, because it's just cheaper. Like, if you're a diehard Magic fan...
Yeah, but don't you want to go with someone?
Well, I do, but I know, like, you're of the makeup where, like, you don't like to do anything by yourself.
Yeah,
You've said that. So, I think there are people out there that do it. Because maybe just from, like with me. Like, Andrea said, like, I wanted to take everybody, but she's like, it's just cheaper if you just go, and we got stuff to do. You just go.
You
know what I mean? Like, it's... I'd rather than be there, yes, to answer your question. Yes.
But then it's like you call someone and you're like, hey, you want to go to this event? Because it's weird going by. You're walking in by yourself. I would feel weird. I went to the Solar Bears game by myself one time, and
I was at that game.
No, Sam. No,
wasn't I?
No. It was a game that Sam was there. And she sat next, so I wasn't technically by myself. I didn't go with her, but like showing up to the arena, parking, walking in by yourself without it is weird to me. I was just like,
really?
It's less fun. Like because I need the other person to enjoy the time.
You said that.
I need to see if they're enjoying it.
You need like a tone setter, right?
Yeah. Because like I'm
like, how should I feel here? What am I doing?
Yeah. I need the people around me.
You're just like playing on your phone all the time, so you didn't feel awkward.
No, because then I don't want to do that
either.
He was
on his phone the whole time.
No, because I don't.
I do that if I'm alone walking around somewhere and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, what do I do? I'm like, oh, just pretend I'm on my phone.
I've been trying not to do that. I've been fighting
that makes
with Andrea
you look
about
worse.
Andrea will do it at the dinner table, and I don't get my phone out. I'm like, I'm better than you. I don't get my phone out. I'll tell her that. I call her a screenie right in front of Maisie. I get Maisie on her. I'm like, put your phone away. What are you doing?
Yeah. I know I'm horrible at that. It's because I'm sitting there, I'm staring forward, raw dogging the world, and then I'm like, well, what the hell? My phone has so many things I can get done.
But I put it away last night at dinner. Like, I put my phone away, and then like there was really no need to pick it up. I had my watch on in case something happened. Missed a text from KC, and he needed something. No, really? Seriously, like I'm like, well, I guess I can't do this then. I've been trying to get better at it. When I get into the house, I'll look at my phone. I keep it on me. I keep it in my pocket. I'm trying to fight the urge of always pulling it out and tapping, like feeling the need to check. I got to check something. I don't have to check something. Missed a damn text message, so now I got to send him something today.
So Seth, back to the flying thing and like not letting your kid see that you're afraid of stuff. Are you going to let your daughter see you?
I never even
being scared.
thought of that till just now.
You can't let her. Yeah, you as the dad. To me, my sons, I've fabricated this web of
lies,
illusion.
Okay, that's a better way.
That I am the toughest man that my sons know.
Yeah, but you also think they don't cry. Think you drink, and then they're always talking about you being a drunk. Right? You're like, they don't know that I drink alcohol. They're like, he drinks beer.
Behind their back, you're like, why is our dad such a wimp pussy?
I had a beer for Crystal's birthday, and then I would let Tommy stick his finger in it. Taste it.
Oh, God, that's not dangerous.
There you go. Yeah.
And then Tommy tasted it. He's like, and then I was like, you're going to hate it. It was an IPA.
Yeah.
He was like, Don't let you. So then Crystal got pissed.
Yeah, I wanted him to curse and be like, I fucking love it.
But anyway, you can't let your daughter.
I know. I didn't think about that. Well, I won't fly with her. That's one. I don't think I'd do scared of anything else besides heights. If I'm on the roof, I'll freak out.
No, but what if she sees you freaking out about some sort of blood test you took?
Oh,
or
God.
like inevitably, eventually.
She's gonna be like me because my dad was like that, so I'm like him. So I'm just gonna do the
Your
same.
dad was like you?
Not with the medical stuff, but with nervousness and anxiety and everything. Oh, fine. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm beginning to believe, too. Like, I remember now, like, it's funny, too, like, thinking back to my dad when he would go to, in his company, when you, at the end of the year, they did this thing called President's Staff, and it was usually a destination. So they do, like, Mexico City, Hawaii, San Francisco. They tried to make it, like, a cool spot. And he always did really well. He was very successful.
Yeah.
But before he would go, because he didn't like to fly either, and normally he'd have to like get up in front of people and do a speech, he would end up like getting the pukes. He was Gagman Senior. he would he'd get like gaggy. His favorite place like to freak out was normally crawl under the piano. And on all fours and puke on the carpet.
Oh God!
Hey, you start realizing what your parents passed down to you, and you passed down to like my mom. My mom was over my house the other day, and she was telling me she like
talking about my wiener.
She's not alive.
Big.
And then I was bitching about my goddamn borderline high cholesterol because I was like, all this fucking work for nothing.
Yeah, you've been busting your ass.
And then my mom's like,
you have high cholesterol right now? I didn't hear the story.
Borderline high.
That's awesome.
And I was like, all this work, and I did, eating clean, working out every day, and then my mom's like, I got high cholesterol. My mom did a whole family.
Nothing you can
do. And then she started telling me about her trigger fingers. She's like, oh yeah, I had trigger fingers. They started at 40, and then all my fingers were like,
look at them now.
I'm like, goddamn, you gave me that. You gave me the high cholesterol and the trigger finger. And then I'm like, oh my God, what have I given my sons? I'm like. And then you realize
get worse. It's supposed to get better. It gets worse.
Yeah, you give like all the
you
shit
give what you get
to your kids.
You're gonna give them the trigger fingers.
I know,
and a small dong or something. Probably.
No, his is long. It's just too skinny.
My dad gave me.
It's insanely skinny. Like he'll hit the bottom, but he can't hit the side.
You motherfucker.
My dad gave me the anxiety and his his weird walking club feet, neuropathy feet.
You just said about your dad, his weird walking club feet. God damn.
Because it's hard for him to walk now because he has neuropathy in both his toes.
You do have weird, giganto feet.
Yeah.
I saw him.
It's too much. It's too big. So blood can't get to him, I guess.
Yeah, you got big.
Do you get cold feet at night? Like at night, like
no, but
your feet turn blue.
Show your feet to the camera because they're all weird looking.
Yeah, put them on there.
It's like a freak show.
Oh my God, your big toe is the size of a baseball.
Well, that's big because I kick with it all the time.
Yeah.
Why is your big toe there? No, you got to hold it up. Hold it up.
Oh my God, they're
no up here. Yeah.
Dude, how wide are your feet?
You got to put them on the camera.
Yeah. They're.
Can you get it up that high?
Yeah, I can get up.
Your feet are goddamn 9 inches wide. Like from your big toe to your little toe, they're so wide. You're like a big
I
paddle.
Can't move that one. You could go on the other one. You can go on 2.
It's a big old paddle foot.
Yeah, on 2 you can control it. You can move it around. There, drop it down. There you go.
Look at that big paddle foot. Look at
the toe. Look at that big. Oh my God! It's a softball.
Look at my hand. See how big?
Holy shit. Dude, we're gonna get banned from Twitch for that. We're gonna get kicked off Twitch for that.
Anyway, hopefully you didn't give your daughter those big feet.
No.
But
she's beautiful.
Tracy has big feet too. She's
long.
Yeah, but so does Andrea. Andrea got them long ones too.
Long toes.
Yeah. Big long toes.
Yeah, Andrea. Andrea's got the longest ass crack of anything that I've ever seen.
Oh, that's
my God,
weird. The long ass crack thing is
it's long as hell. Her ass crack is long as hell.
That has been a weird thing.
It's so long. When I go down on her, I'm like, build that wall. All like Great Wall of China.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get at it.
Okay, tonight.
Huh?
I'm gonna ask for the Haktua. I'm going in again.
No. She's not gonna.
Round 2. I'm gonna ask again.
What? But you
asked once and it didn't happen?
Is it
Tracy would 100% do that. She'll do anything.
See, that's what a young wife will do. Because you don't have a crow.
I know. She's cool. She's cool like that. Yeah. She's cool
like that. If you ask,
what if you want to put a thumb in her butt?
Yeah, that's.
God damn, I can't do nothing.
Yeah, I can't do nothing.
Yeah, my wife's got some dirty ass T-shirt on.
Not only can I not do it, Crystal will get mad that I asked.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Like if you're like, hey, can we? And you're like, what? You're like, I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing.
I just have to be quiet.
Because I'm trying to think time-wise. By the time she reaches that age, I won't even care about sex. I don't think. I
never stop. It's all day long. I dream about sex. Somebody wrote a song about that.
But by that time, you start getting on the T, and then you'll be horny all the time.
The V and the T.
Yeah.
What's the V?
Viagra too. I get Viagra.
I'm thinking about getting some of those chews.
No, they just give them out on the internet now.
Are those real? Like, does that actually?
Now they got Viagra. It's Viagra-A, like THCA. It's like everything. You can get any drug, cocaine A. You can get any drug, just as long as it has a dash A at the end of it. It's the same shit, and it's everywhere. Ozempic. Ozempic. No. We got Wegovy now. It's Ozempic A. It's a different. It's the same, but it's legally. You can just slide right under. It's fine.
Yeah. You get the Viagra chews and the mail.
Yeah. I saw a commercial during baseball. And they're like, just get them, no prescription needed. I'll take fucking 25 of those things.
Yeah, you can always get a boner. That's America's guarantee.
Have you still had issues with that?
No, what do you mean?
I thought you were having some...
Yeah. We can see you. There's a camera.
I know, it's a joke.
I can't.
No, I have them for fun.
Well, yeah. I mean,
he's been kicked in his balls so many times.
More than a normal MMA fight.
No, like a Ron Jeremy, he has to hold the base because it's so...
You gotta squeeze.
You gotta have blood in your body.
You gotta squeeze the sand to the top.
Holding the base does help. I think that's what I do with your mom, actually.
That's a great place to end. Oh my God, you're a monster.
Am I in middle school? Do you think I'm going to somehow get mad that you make banging my mom joke?
I showed your mom my dick. I showed your mom my dick at the bowling alley. That's such a trashy thing to say.
But I didn't do it. That's the thing.
You did.
No, I did not.
Mama Van's not a liar. She said you pulled your cock out of the bowling alley.
She's probably referring to my thong.
Don't make us call her. Don't make us call her. We'll call her.
Because I didn't do it.
She has a new bit now. She's like a paid member of the show now, just like you.
Really?
Yeah. She has a new bit now. She has a new bit. Can I play the theme song?
Well, no, it's coming out later. Later.
Just a little tease. Just a little tease. Little something for you.
Well, Seth, how can people join your gym?
Yes, do it because I need my money. I need to make my money back.
Oh, yeah. The Brazilians took
I'm sure that's why you were like, you know what? I am going to sign up.
What if we found
no Brazilians out of spite?
Hey, what if we found out?
I'm joking.
What if we found out where they were and we tried to get the money back? What if we pulled a caper?
I'm not saying to do that, but if you guys want to do
that. Brazilian investors don't fuck around.
I don't think they
do. Stab you.
Chop your feet off.
I can call Mo, maybe. He's already dealing with something for me, so maybe he can deal with a couple things for me.
What's he going to do? You're signed a contract.
I don't know. Nothing. Okay, go to karatefororlando.com. Again, we started the 3-year-olds teaching the Tiny Tigers, which is the 3-year-old program.
How's that going?
It's doing really, we're getting 1 or 2 a week, man. It's nice. Packed. It's building up just as much as the Kid Cobras, so it's doing really good.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool.
It's tough. It's very tough, but it's rewarding because it's only a 30-minute class, but to see them go from chaotic running around not knowing anything to being real astute and paying attention and focusing, it's a cool transition to see them do that.
Also, when you see it's just like in dance, when you see the dancers that started even before Maisie did, they literally blow her off the fucking stage because they've been doing it 3 years prior or whatever. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable how you can get them in there super early, how good it does. Yeah. Well, congrats, man. I know that was important to you, so I'm glad that's going well.
Can I buy 2 kids geese from you? And
that's all you need.
Yeah, my sons, they want the geese to kick around. They don't want to go through the work. They don't want to go to the classes.
They just want to go in the backyard, kick some grass.
Get up,
jump around a little bit.
And every 3 months, just pay me for a new belt color.
I mean, it's all. I'll take some Instagram pictures.
If you would listen to me and Tom and start a belt factory, we'd all be rich. Seriously,
I agree.
Yeah. And then
we do our own form of Rex Kondo, and we're a belt factory, just pumping them in, pumping them out. Everybody's a ninja.
Yeah. You get the parents to sign up. You start them a low fee, but then the fine print that says you can't cancel your contract.
Yeah, after the year, it doubles in price.
Yeah, because of you, that's a good place to end. Because of you, maybe we can talk about it next time you're in. There are a series of block breaking. I'm trapped in a.
Oh God! Is it Point Fighter US? It's called Point Fighter. Something.
Yeah, and it's all.
The guy always starts out with Power baby, oos. Every single video.
Power baby, oos.
You have
what is this?
No,
it's because
I comment. Maybe you see my comments under there. I like, this is why I made fun of you assholes. Like
it's
I say,
all fat guys breaking blocks, and they're
fat nerd guys.
They're all like giant fat rednecks that wearing these.
No, it's just them competing in block breaking tournaments.
Yeah, but it's all trash because the guy will be standing there and he's like, "I'm not. Look, it's just look. I know an athlete when I see one. This guy is a giant chungus, and he's just breaking concrete.
And the geese are always American. They're rolled up with like cigarettes rolled in it or something like that.
I like that.
And belts that go down to your feet.
It's crazy.
That's so silly.
There's no rules. There's absolutely
I like no rules.
No, there's no
discipline.
No history. Zero discipline.
Yeah, if they don't break it, they pick it up and do something weird with it. They'll just break it on their knee, or they'll slam it down the ground and stomp on it.
Yeah,
that's funny. You're getting those.
Yeah, well,
that's all I get.
I think because we talk about martial arts in here, my phone catches it. But because I will watch the videos because they're very entertaining because they're shit.
Yeah,
it's all shit.
And the guy always the person who posts it always tries to stick up for him. Well, he always tries to stick up, and everyone's like, "This is garbage. Brick don't hit that.
And
you clowns."
He'll say things like, "This you'll never see energy like this."
Yeah.
At a tournament. Like he's like, look at the energy. I'm like, the energy. How about the form or the technique?
Hold on. Do you think these fat guys could beat you in a brick breaking competition? Because
that's all.
Back to competition.
Well, it is all they do.
I would like to see you versus a fat guy.
I'll retire myself.
What are they called? Point
Fight USA.
What if we could get an interview with him? I'll work on it.
Yeah, we could. I'll fly him down to Orlando.
And they do tournaments here.
Is it okay? And
it's mostly in Orlando because they go.
They do There's like stuff around here, but dude,
so the fattest guy versus Seth, and who can break the most bricks?
Well, we just need their champion.
Yeah.
There you go. Point Fighter Live.
I mean, do you think you're better than the biggest fat guy they have?
Dude, it is so bad. And then the katas, some of the things that the post, that the performances, the katas they do are just so freaking cheesy.
Oh, like you mean to pull up some so you can see it?
Oh, they're killing it on the internet.
Where are all the ones at? There's a lot of.
Yeah. Okay. Here's a video. I got
the breaking one?
I got a latest one.
No, that's not the good ones.
Oh, these aren't good ones. The breaking ones are usually guys in yellow.
Oh,
that I know. It's the guys in yellow. They wear all yellow, and no, we're not going to fight it. We'll have to do it another time. But anyway,
all right.
Let's get out of here.
Now, we'll say that this is what the internet wants to see. And Seth, you're leaning a little too traditional on your dojo.
I told you, he won't make fun of his. The only thing I think you
get the swords
can't
out.
make fun of with Seth is his karate.
Here you go.
Oh, yeah, this is it. This is it.
Yeah, that guy's he's not that fat.
No, but like...
No, this is just one good guy. He's just a sleeves cut. It's just so cheesy.
Yeah, it's like...
But they are fat. This is just one.
Okay. Well, it's like...
This guy just looks like any South Florida porn star.
And so he's breaking concrete blocks.
But usually it's not just that. Usually they walk around, people are holding him up randomly in different places. They try to kick him and they look horrible.
Okay. Yeah, that's a lot of blocks.
Did he do it?
It's TikTok, so they
start it over.
But
you gotta see some.
Could you break a stack of blocks like that?
Yeah, probably. I never.
Yeah, but the thing is, it doesn't look like it has any skill involved. It usually looks like it's just the weight of the human on the block.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, which makes me laugh.
It's all physics. They stack them they put little pencils in between them, so that one breaks. They just
it's all angles.
Yeah. But still. You need to do more of that.
I'll reach out to him.
There you go. This is the normal type of looking guy.
Oh, the fat guy.
Oh, yeah, there he is.
Fat guy.
Oh, look at him. With his big old dumpy
awful, man.
Oh, it looks like Santa Claus. All right, let's get out of here.
All right. So we'll see you on Monday.
Yeah.
And anybody at the Moe's bowling tournament, we'll see you tomorrow.
It'll be super fun to see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you come up and say hi to us. I think me and you and I think Drew Garabo are kind of in the same area. That's really fun.
Yeah.
Drew just texted me. He's already in town, so I might get to see him tonight. But guys, thank you so much for listening. And for those of you we see tomorrow, thank you again for helping out a great cause.
Yep. We'll see you on Monday.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.
I am so fucking tired of doing podcasts. I'm literally done with them. I'm not doing any more podcasts.